Go.
Hi. Having an apartment is fun. Okay. Last time. Okay, good. Nothing's happening. Just literally, as soon as I said that, is when the water. Okay. So last time, you.
It's back to me for journal.
What?
It'd be back to me for journal this week.
Yes. You're still coming eventually.
No, he posted it.
Yeah. He posted it today.
I didn't see it.
Oh.
I will read this after. Okay. Cool. Good. Yes, so Jimmy, you're up this week. You explored Ishgard a little bit as a continuation from the previous session in which you checked out the airship landing, you saw some proceedings in the Pillars, the well-to-do noble section of town. You were introduced to a couple of interesting personas. Sir Emmerich and Zenos Galvis, the Crown Prince of Garlemald. Some of you went off to the Sky Steel Manufactory and worked literally the entire day after meeting the head of the manufactory named Sid Garland. An interesting fellow with long silver gray hair, goggles, and a really deep V-neck shirt. Jess, will you find a picture of Sid for me? Just so people know what I'm describing. Make sure it's Sid Garland, not Sid as in Poe's character. Did something happen in the Mets game?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nothing good.
Yeah, I assumed as much. What?
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's Eric. Good timing. Does it sound like it stopped?
Sounded like it petered out, yeah.
Okay. Well, no, it's fine, because maintenance still has to go and check, because that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Because who knows what damage is now floating around in your ceiling.
And it's not my fault.
You showered too hard.
You know, if that was the case, you'd think it would have happened 3 hours ago when I showered. Yeah. Anyway, why is Mr. Bucket in the inquisitorial arena?
He's the judge, jury, and executioner.
That makes sense. Okay. Not that you'll actually need this, but I figured it'd be good to have it set up just in case, right? During your explorations, it seems that your guide, Sherbin, was apprehended for her criminal misdeeds, as well as several others in your party, Lanfifi and Kevin, and then Indy never got arrested, right? He was just passed out on the table.
Sleeping on the table.
Okay, I know that Sid was thrown in jail as well. Who am I forgetting? Somebody else was in jail with you.
Sid, Kevin, Sherbin, and Lanfifi.
Okay, that's right. No, Denver was asleep in his room.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, so it was just the four of you. I don't know why I was thinking it was five. Anywho, I lost my train of thought. It got derailed. Oh, while you were sitting in prison and Kevin was trying to play Slappy Facey with Key Guard
And lost terribly.
and lots. Will you open that? I think that's our special guest.
Hey, Bob.
Is that Alex?
Hey, come on.
Hey, come on in.
What's going on?
Hey,
Hello.
how you
How
doing?
you doing?
This
Nice
is
to meet you.
That's Jimmy,
Alex.
Christian.
Nice to meet you.
I'm David. This is Meatwad.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Seen you guys so much.
You want to take a seat on the bench?
Sure.
So he's just watching, not playing.
Not playing.
No. Well, we've got too big of a group as it is right now, but we'll see. There's your GM, and there's Jess.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hi.
All right. So maybe I'll
I
just
thought Meatwad would be more circular.
What was that?
I thought Meatwad would be more circular and meaty.
You'd think so. Yeah, John, does he look familiar to you?
Yeah.
You guys went to school together.
Oh, yeah?
John's not got his camera on. Oh, he's about to. As soon as it.
With these blurries, you remember?
I don't know why. I must have been really drunk when we were hanging out. You went to
I
heart?
don't know why it blurs. Literally
fix
only in
itself.
this application. It's crazy.
It'll fix it. Didn't it fix itself last time?
Eventually.
Dude,
I think it's trying to focus on something behind you.
maybe a ghost.
That must be it.
No, it's something really close. His fingers get clear when he puts them close to the thing.
Oh, that's a good point. Did you clean your lens?
I give up.
What
I
happened?
can switch to my nice camera. I just don't want to.
It's okay, dude.
The suspiciously HD camera.
Okay. So some of you were thrown into jail. Sid was jailbroken by some guards and led to the pillars, in which he was, interestingly, came face to face with a statue bearing his likeness. Oh yeah, you haven't caught up to that part yet. And learned that his ancestral home is here in Ishgard, and his family, some 400 years back, were in fact nobles. Do you like dogs? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's
Bob.
fine.
This is Bob.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, good. Bob, relax. He likes new people. Okay, so you returned then to the Inquisition. Oh man, I'm forgetting the name all of a sudden.
The Inquisitorium?
No, it was something of our Knights Most Holy. Why am I forgetting?
Vigil?
The Congregation of our Knights Most Holy. Thank you. Congregation of our Knights Most Holy. That's what it is. And on the way, met with Millie and Deus, who had just come from the Sky Steel manufactory, and together hitched a plan to go steal some Magitech armor and blow your way through the building. Or that was the plan until Sid talked you out of it and said, let me see what I can do first. And gathered some information and found out that there could be a trial by combat to prove the innocence of your friends, should that be necessary. And I think that's where we left off.
Sid brought Deus and Millie back to the house.
That's right. Yeah, we're not at the inn. We're at the house.
Yeah.
Right.
Like right outside the
Also,
house.
hi. Sorry, I didn't shake your hand yet. Good to see you, man.
Right, because we didn't go inside. We're just like, you just showed us the statue.
I think
and
Deus hightailed it in when Sid said there was a bathtub.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
A bathtub, right.
Bathtub.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. That's actually where we're going to get started, so let me find the proper Ishgard music.
Did Sid go into, or did a random VR just burst into this house unannounced?
Well, I imagine he would have followed.
I like it the other way.
Cool. Millie draws a mustache on Sid's statue.
Okay. It's like 15 feet tall.
It's a statue. They're easy to climb.
Okay, so in the middle of the night, in the middle of Ishgard, where your friends just got abducted by the Inquisitors, you decide to climb a statue in the noble section of town and draw a mustache. Just checking.
Yep. It's a nice mustache. And curly.
Oh my gosh.
Be sneaky about it.
Okay.
Sneaky person.
All right. What would you like to do? Nobody caught you.
Mustache and head inside. That was it.
No, what does everybody do? Not just you.
I'm heading inside after Deus, who's going for the bathtub.
Okay. As you walk inside, you find a very flustered manservant in there. We have guests.
Yeah, these.
Make an extra room.
That would be great. This is Deus and this is Millie. These guys have been traveling with me.
Deus, pleasure. Waving to you as you run past. I go prepare the guest bedrooms then. I'm a little flustered. Forgive me.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay. And turns around, walks away, and sets about his business. You find a bathroom very easily, and there is indeed a marble bathtub in there.
Ooh, nice, very opulent.
Yes.
Is it leaking on the floor below?
It is now. You missed it right before you got here. Literally, as we're getting started, we hear water running in my bathroom, and we go to look, and there's a fucking huge leak just coming down from the top of my ceiling into my bathtub, thankfully. So we called out maintenance, and they're
It was like
Yikes.
someone had a button just waiting. Like, okay, and last time, boop.
Yeah. Yeah. Fun stuff.
Did you knock on whoever's above you?
What was that?
Did you knock on whoever's above you? Maybe
No,
they have like
I
a
figured-
flooded bathroom or something.
It stopped
They
now.
might,
But
and it sounds like it has stopped, but I figure if it is somebody above us, then maintenance will do it. But the way that it looked like it was following the path of a pipe. I'm not sure is that what it looked like to you.
That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah, so maybe it's a burst pipe or something.
yeah. Either way, maintenance would go upstairs before they come here.
Oh, they probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if they know it's above the bathroom, like, okay, then that's the kitchen sink or whatever.
Okay, so, Billy, you're now inside this really clean, floral-smelling manor. It's really big. It's bigger than the bar that you were in, both the bar and the rooms adjoining it. That might be Melinda, or it might be maintenance. Probably Melinda. Hi.
Hi.
Maintenance is coming.
Right now?
They're going to, because a leak just sprung up in my bathroom from the
Fuck
ceiling.
off.
I'm not even kidding. Literally like 5 minutes ago. Maybe 10. I
Fuck
don't know.
off.
Right into the bathtub, though, so.
Yeah, luckily.
Well,
not
if
too
that
bad.
could be worse.
Yeah.
How big of a leak?
I don't know if it's still going or not, but it was like a steady stream coming down. We thought the shower was on.
Is somebody in there?
No,
No.
we just kept it in case the noise. Okay, fancy house,
Yes.
lots of
And
space.
Sid, you're just watching Millie with so many thoughts going through her mind right now. You can only imagine what she's planning to do.
I got plenty of thoughts go through my own head at the moment.
This is all the inspiration from finishing the Wax and Wayne series. That Millie is Wayne.
Oh, great series.
But, yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, Jess sent in a picture. This is Sid.
Oh.
Are you gonna make them look at
You
the
have that,
outlets
yeah.
again while I drink too, or no?
The outlets seem to be working.
I
So,
wonder if it's the same guy. Maybe we can
Maybe.
give his tool back.
yeah.
He might be missing it.
So that's Jarvan?
Sid Garland. Yeah. Oh, damn it. I kind of spoiled that, huh? Jess, you spoiled it. Anyway, it's kind of up. He does? Oh my god. He does look like Jeff Bridges.
The picture of Sid you used is without a headband.
Oh my god. Jess, I just
Sorry.
saw the flop and foam emote. Anyway, did it just get warm in here? Is it just me?
It's been a touch warm, but
Okay. Cool. So, what's going on?
Millie's gonna ask that of Sid and attendant.
I could find a raven for you. Wouldn't a raven like a
I was
raven?
gonna say, but
Yeah.
when is the?
I don't know. Do we have a writing desk in here?
Are you just asking the air because you sent off your...
Oh, he left, didn't he?
Yes.
I don't know, Millie.
Yeah, door to my door then. She's gonna open every door between here and everywhere.
You find a lot of bedrooms, a couple of which are occupied by, it looks like, some of the staff. And they just like,
Don't open them loudly.
Okay. Somebody's awake in bed reading with a candle next to them, and they see you open the door, and they get a little scared. Candle
First was an
falls over.
Alra invasion, now it's a Makote invasion.
Oh no. Looking around the place, you do find what appears to be a writing desk, or at least something serving as such, in the dining area. So there's a large table there, and there's an offside, or there's a desk off to the side with plenty of parchment and quills and ink vials.
Cool. Millie's gonna get to work writing.
Do you care if people at Panama let them know what you look like?
Just put a sticker of Meatwad on your face. to keep your anonymity. But
Just to
some.
confuse them, put a sticker of Frylock.
There you go. So Millie is going to sit at the desk and start writing 4 letters of introduction on Sid's behalf. So basically, like,
Sid as in your Sid.
our Sid,
Okay.
the noble Sid.
This is gonna get confusing.
Sid the First. From my perspective, I don't care about age, I'm just going off of chronology here. So she's going to write, once I find it in my notes, 4 letters, basically from House Verdelane to whom it may concern of houses, where did I write that? Durandare, Fortam, and Hallionart. So 3 letters. Basically a letter of introduction saying, from Sid's perspective, I have sent my house Carl, the Makote before you, bearing...
House Carl.
I
I think we're mixing nationalities.
Mixing cultures there.
Yeah.
Something fancier than steward. Steward.
Steward.
Yeah, sending
Good
fancy word
now.
to you, bearing letters some several hundred years past recovered from the Dusk Vigil at much personal expense and risk for your consideration and possible cooperation between houses Verdelane and insert noble house here for the 3 houses.
Oh, you're doing 3. Oh, right.
Yeah, 1 for each of the 3.
Does Sid know you're doing this?
He will when I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got to put his stamp on it afterwards.
Yeah. Plus, there is Major
1
Dillon.
second, guys.
That's a better one.
There you go.
Hello?
What culture is that from?
Yeah.
I feel like it's one of those, like, just become everywhere.
Yeah. I think it was like.
Yeah, we had a leak in.
Every time I think of a steward, I think of the Gandalf scene where he's talking to Pippin and mocking him for being in the service of the steward now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting. Let me see.
I have a different choice of word. Let me look that up while David's distracted.
Award?
Could be a ward, could be a courier.
I'm looking for a synonym for, like, something more prestigious than bodyguard. Just to throw him off kilter by having a bodyguard being a tiny little mute Makote.
An executive protector.
VP of operations.
Guardian?
Personal associate. Assistant. Personal assistant.
PA. Has a microphone on her back and a plate of coffee. Okay, what about something like spy?
Sentinel?
Sentinel could work. But I know they have a term for, like, a fancy
Watchman?
term for spy.
Fancy term for spy.
Espionage dude?
I know, right? Secret agent?
What about like envoy?
Okay, they said it.
Oh, Shadowrunner.
Envoy works. Envoy sounds pretty
Envoy.
good.
Envoy's a good one.
Yeah,
Envoy.
we'll go with Envoy. Good call.
Since they're all fancy and stuff.
No. They said it was actually the air conditioning overflow, and they have it so that it comes out of the ceiling so it doesn't come out in the hallway. I'm like, that is, so this is a thing that's built in. And they said, oh yes. I'm like, there is a hole in the ceiling. That is correct? They're like, yes. I'm like, is it going to mold? They say, no, it should not mold. We'll have maintenance come out tomorrow and answer all your questions. Like,
That sounds like...
Really bizarre. Mine
I
has a
said
built-in hole.
well, mine does not have the built-in hole, but they said that it was meant to be an overflow.
Bullshit. Mine has a built-in hole, yours doesn't.
That
They might
sounds
be-
lie to me.
Well, no,
So you're saying you direct water into the drywall? Because that's how I understood
Yeah.
it. What you
It came
just
through
said
the
to me.
It came through the ceiling.
That happened
Yeah.
in my last apartment where it was the air conditioning overflow, but it was a leak and they had to come in and they had to like
Well,
deblock
they
it.
said they're sending out maintenance.
Just saying, all the hundreds of construction projects I've managed, many of which were house
sounds
flips,
bullshit.
never heard of that.
Yep.
A little bit sketchy.
Okay,
It's a
so
feature.
Because if it was, there would be a spout.
yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, not just a crack in the
Because that's going to seep through the paint, even if it is appropriately sealed from mold, it'll get into the paint and then go outwards.
Stop.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I will. I'll talk to maintenance when they come out tomorrow. I guess it's not pressing since it's not coming out right now.
But are they coming out during the day when nobody's here?
I have no idea.
Because you can't talk to them if they come
Are
during the
you?
day.
You're not working on it, are
I
you?
am working.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. Sorry about the interruption, folks. What were you saying?
We settled on envoy as the term of Millie's association with Sid.
Okay. Why did this disconnect?
Drama.
Yeah.
Now connected to David's phone.
Loki does the exact same thing.
What?
The face
Oh,
roll
yeah.
on the carpet.
Yeah.
Hold that pose. Damn it.
You want to do me a huge favor when you're done eating? Will you take enough food? Please.
What do you want?
That's fine. Thank you. Okay, so, what are we doing? I got the notes. You haven't sent them out yet.
No, I'm
Middle of the night.
preemptively writing the notes. When I'm done, of course, in my fanciest calligraphy, not her Comic Sans troll font,
Do you normally write in Comic Sans?
for graffiti.
Okay, now I'm definitely killing Kelly.
only her chalk tagging is it in Comic Sans.
Alright. Yeah, I actually don't hate Comic Sans.
I get it's not professional, but I don't understand the hatred for it.
Oh,
Supposed
wait.
to help with writer's block, actually. Weirdly.
It does?
That's what studies have shown.
So after I have my cow run moment, I'm gonna go wrap a towel around me and find a place to sleep.
You're not getting dressed, just wrap your towel.
Well, no, see, all my clothes is down the hallway where I was discarding it as I was getting to the bathroom.
I can totally picture that happening, too.
Yeah.
Plus, they'd be dirty as sin from working in the workshop.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The clothes are also gone when you head back out into the hallway. Just conspicuously missing.
Thievery.
But you actually see, shit, I had his name, hold on.
Remundane.
Remundane, thank you. Remundane de Gervant.
But he was not introduced to us.
No, but you see the man who you saw before, the steward of the state, coming out of one of the rooms, and it looks like he's got some old linen that he took off the bed and probably new clean linen put on. Oh, Mistress Davis, is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, this room could be yours, or it could be your companion's, whichever one you choose. We have this room and the one directly across the hall.
Oh, I'll take this one. This is fine. Thank you.
Very good. And it's cleaned up immaculately.
Oh, very good, very good. All right, well, I'm gonna go in, close the door, slide right in, fall asleep.
Okay, roll to see if you fall asleep. No, just you got all your bullet dice today.
Yeah, I always have my bullet.
Is that for when you attack?
Yeah, that's for my ammo counting and stuff like that.
I like it.
It's a good
Natural one on the sleep check.
You stay awake looking at the ceiling all night.
It's to roll to see what weird-ass sleep position you're in. So one would be like the whole face down into the pillow, butt in the air, arms splayed.
Roll a d20 to see how many nightmares you have.
Oh, no.
Okay, so that takes care of Deus. Millie's writing letters.
She writes the notes, and then she'll clean herself up from the forge after that, too.
Sure. And you're quite dirty, and you find that you've left a mess on the floor in the bathroom that you cleaned yourself up in. In fact, just like footprints.
It's
that
a
are-
weird mix of pink chalk and black soot.
Yeah, sounds about right. Hey Sid, they're fucking up your house. How do you feel about that?
We're fucking up the
am-
bathroom, specifically.
Unlike Millie barging into rooms, I'm just carefully looking around, like careful not to break anything, peeking around, trying to understand this whole situation.
Sure. Earlier you were shown to the master bedroom, so you do know where you sleep, and it's on the second floor. Millie comes out of the bathroom looking spick and span, clean. Deus is sawing logs. Anything you want to do with each other? That sounded way creepier than I meant it to be.
We're gonna need to get an early start, Millie. This is gonna be a long day, hopefully.
Millie will hand over the letters and a quill, and just point like a sign here.
I'll look them over, and these seem like a good idea. Can you write one also for Deus? I'd like Deus to go and possibly talk to Julius and maybe see if we can get Xenos on board with us.
Okay. Millie will write another one, though that one, Deus will not be the envoy. Deus will be the house machinist.
Okay.
All one of one.
And whenever Millie comes back, use wax and use the signet ring and put a stamp on it. On each one.
Sounds good. Sounds good. A meatball rolls across the floor and then disappears. For no reason. Alright.
Well, there's a reason.
There, you're included. Yeah.
Tremendane,
Yes, Master.
is there any way we can find some, I guess, fancier clothes for Millie and Deus, possibly? They may have to do some meeting with some important people tomorrow.
Much like the fashion that we have for you, sir.
If that's all we have,
It is all the rage these days.
well, so be it then.
All right, very well. I will have garments drawn up to the specifications. As luck would have it, one of your companions discarded her clothing in the hallway, which we gathered up to clean. We can take her measurements from that.
Excellent. I appreciate it.
Okay. Alright, and he bows at the waist and then backs away.
And with that, I will turn in for the night as well.
What do you turn into?
Probably a bat.
A bat? I knew you were going to say that. I knew it. I don't know why, but I knew it. You okay over there? You having some trouble, Jimmy?
Just throwing executes around.
Okay, that's fair.
I know, Sid turns into the other Sid. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
You've never seen both of them in the same room at one time, have you?
How he managed to do that across realms,
Wait.
no one will ever know.
Yes.
Magic.
Yes. All right. The night goes by.
Christian.
Oh, back to the jail.
The
Kevin,
things you missed.
Fifi, and Sherbin. Kevin's drooling on the floor, but wakes up with a giant red gauntlet mark across his face.
Still drooling.
Still drooling, sure. It's okay.
Oh, man.
Sherbin.
Oh, did I win?
Kevin, what'd you eat? You got a little something on your face.
Okay,
Can I
here.
hear that, Kevin?
Oh, was that to me?
Fifi, you said you have something on your face.
I thought that was the Sherman.
I said, Kevin, what'd you eat? You have a little something on your face.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, that sure did hurt. I never played Slappy Facey with the guy with the gauntlet before, but did I hit him at least once? How long have I been out?
Not long enough.
You did hit him, in case they didn't answer that for you.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. You were out for about 3 hours. You might have a very minor case of serious brain damage.
Nothing that can't be solved till tomorrow. I said we all just get some rest. Once we wake up in the morning and my chin stops hurting, I'll talk this one out. I'll get us out of this.
No, I'm not really well versed in the medical arts, but typically you don't want to get rest when you have a brain injury.
Hey, who says I got a brain injury? I'm speaking just fine. Everything seems fine. I mean, everything does look a little blurry, but
How many
no way.
Sherbins do you see?
Nothing a little spit can't help. And I spit on my hand and kind of wipe off my face.
Okay. How many Shermans do you see?
I just hold up my middle finger.
Hold on. I got to roll for it. 6. I rolled a d10.
Okay, you're seeing 6 of them.
Hey, Sherwin, when did all these Sherwins get here?
That's how she handles all her husbands.
Makes sense. I didn't know you had some weird space thing with the stars that could make you duplicate, but that's fine. Look, let's just all get some rest. You gotta be ready for whatever there is tomorrow, and I'm gonna go lay down over here. And I head over to the corner, the opposite corner where I peed before, and go rest.
Back in Cliffside, would our library have had books about like law or courts or anything like that?
Yes, but nothing that was practiced in Cliffside, so there were things that were kind of just ignored. They're like books.
Not by Fifi.
Yeah, they were books just to be there. But yes, I imagine Fifi would have read them.
So, Sherman, do you know anything about how this trial thing's gonna work? Is it like a standard trial? Is there representation?
How much would Sherman know about the whole thing, or just general knowledge?
You've heard things. You've heard rumblings of a trial by combat. You've also heard that anyone that is accused of something by the Heavens Ward they've never been found innocent any other way than a trial by combat. Otherwise, they're just assumed to be guilty.
Well, speaking
You've never visited a trial in your life. Like you've stayed far away from them.
Right. From what I can gather, it's not going to be enough here. I mean, they've already pegged us as being guilty of whatever crime they've come up with. It doesn't really matter at this point. The best case scenario would be if they offer probably.
Hold on a second. Is it just me, or is she cutting out?
You're breaking up. You got to move your mic a little bit closer again.
There you go.
Is that better? Is that a little bit better? Okay.
Yes. Try again.
From the beginning?
You might need like a driver or something. It's like you're kind of pulsing in and out.
Is your headset wireless?
No.
Okay. Maybe take it out and put it back in or something?
Does sound like we're dying that wireless one.
Yeah. They're still losing, Poe.
Oh no, they already lost.
Oh.
Hey, big racist guard guy.
Which one?
Miniature Lalafell girl. Yes.
Do you guys have, like books about how this whole process works? Laws, how the law works here in the city, anything?
Sure.
Can I see one of those books?
I don't know. Is there one of them in your cage?
I don't know, is there? Is there like a movable rock or something that you allow prisoners to read about how they're processed through the law system?
No. Thank you.
Sounds pretty corrupt.
Well, we'll let the Heavens Ward decide that. Heavens Ward decide that.
That sounds even more corrupt. So the system that's in charge of knowing whether something's corrupt is the system that decides whether something's corrupt?
That is correct.
They determine themselves?
Yes. The Heavens Ward is beyond reproach.
Cough, cough. Congress, Senate. Cough, cough.
I mean, sounds like they're pretty reproachful.
Well, I wouldn't let them hear you say that.
Can I just walk out and go get a book and come back?
Can you fit through the gate?
I can open the door.
Go ahead and try.
Okay, I'm gonna cast knock and open the door.
The door opens. They look flustered, like, what the fuck? And they quickly slam it closed again and lock it again. Don't do that again.
You literally told me to.
Shut up. Go to sleep.
I'm not
Go to your
really
room.
tired. I want to read a book.
Well, that's just too bad, isn't it?
I mean, I guess.
I can let you read the inscription on my sword. It'll get real close to your face.
How? The door's locked.
They just deep sigh. I love the picture of just a Lalafell sassing the tall Ellison. I love it.
Fifi needs just business cards that say, in an intellectual battle of wits, you're unarmed, to just hand them out to every person she meets.
Okay. Are you going to try to jailbreak again, Fifi?
No, well, they're staring at me.
You can't do it while you're looking at me.
Fucking, God, that superhero movie with
Mystery
the,
Men.
yes.
with Kel? Whatever his name, last name is. I can't remember.
Ben Stiller.
El
Yeah.
Mitchell.
The shoveler. Kel Mitchell, thank you.
That was such a stupid fun movie.
It was great.
Yeah, just but stupid
Welcome
fun.
back.
Wait, he was the bowler. No, Janine Garofalo was the bowler, right?
I don't remember. I just remember
Yes.
the shoveler and the invisible guy.
Mr. Furious, that's right. The shoveler was William H. Macy. I
I
love
shovel
those.
well. I shovel very well.
I love that movie. So
I made a
much.
World of Warcraft character who dual-wielded shovels because that was a cosmetic you could apply to any polearm. So I made the shoveler.
Awesome. Okay, welcome back. Try talking.
Thanks. Is this better? 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, so much
4? Much? Okay, good.
Like, insane. Wow.
So Fifi just sassed one of the guards and opened the door with magic, and the guards quickly shut it and locked it again and told her not to do that. But beyond that, what were you saying earlier? Do you remember?
Well, Fifi, that's a very good question. But either way, it's not going to be in our favor tomorrow, no matter which way you spin it. Usually, from what I think happens, if you get chosen to be put in front of the tribunal, you're pretty much already declared guilty. And the only way to prove your innocence, if you want to, is trial by combat. So either you, well, I'm not sure if they kill you, but that's usually whoever is found guilty by the tribunal is never heard of from again, or they die by trial by combat.
Oh, trial by combat. Sounds fun.
So if we win this trial by combat, do we just go free and it's like, oh, nothing ever happened?
I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever won trial by combat. If they did, I haven't heard about it.
It'll be fine. I'll be trial by combat if got to, but like I said, I'll take care of us tomorrow morning. I just really got to sleep off this headache. Hey, where'd the other Sherwin go? I only see 5 of you now.
Go back to
John,
sleep.
just so you know, John, my sister says it doesn't sound like you're speaking English.
Thanks, David.
Anytime.
I speak good English, I.
We'll just put Kevin in front.
He's supposed to be a QAnon guy. That's his character.
Nice.
Yeah.
We just put Kevin in front, and I got this nifty new spell I could try.
Oh,
Called
what's that?
Let Kevin take the hit.
I haven't given it a name yet, but I think it's like a big ball of fire.
What would you ever name that?
Goodness
Lightning
gracious.
bolt to throw people off.
No, it's
Well-
called cookies and flowers. That's the spell.
Well,
According to
hopefully,
doctors, you can have spell effects look like whatever you want.
hopefully it won't come to you having to use that, but it's good to know just in case.
I mean, at this point, I almost want to do trial by combat because fuck these people.
As long as they give us back our weapons, we should have a decent even playing around. I hope so. I'm not much without my tools.
I could definitely use my book.
And then there's Kevin.
You guys should get some sleep. If we do got combat tomorrow, then it's better that we all rest up.
Kevin, you've been sleeping for 3 hours already.
Aiden.
That's not a nap, that's a coma.
He actually has a good point. We probably should try to get as much sleep as possible. It's already very late.
I call right there, and I'm going to point to the exact opposite side of the cell from Kevin.
That's the side I
The
peed
corner
in.
he peed in?
I mean right there, and I point to the third, like a triangular shape from P and Kevin. I'm on the point.
Basically catty corner. Cool, sounds good. Alright, and with that, we'll have you go to sleep until the morning. Morning comes. The music changes everywhere. Are you actually sleeping, Chris?
Nope. I'm contemplating.
Okay.
Did you steal the soap out of Sid's bathroom? Like any good hotel guest.
That would be rude.
Smells good.
This isn't Hotel Verlaine.
You didn't steal
Before we go to sleep, if
two servings of shampoo that they have in the little bottles?
No, I ate the mint on the pillow.
You ate the
if
mint.
the guards stop looking at us at some point, I'm going to cast prestidigitation on the P and have the P mist float over to the guards.
Oh, that's awful.
Love
I
it.
love it. Okay, sure. You just hear very shortly after you do that, you hear coughing and like choking sounds. Ah, what is that smell? And it's like, oh, it's all over me. And you just hear them like running out.
Oh,
Oh, I should have done that before I opened the door.
Calm down in there.
I like to think Kevin eats a healthy amount of asparagus every day.
I was about to make a comment about asparagus, but I didn't. Okay, morning comes. At Hotel Verlaine, you all wake up.
Quite early. We're aiming for the butt crack of dawn.
I'm hoping that becomes the name of the place, is Hotel Verlaine.
I have been awake for quite some time.
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, you got that thing.
Lots of thinking to do.
Always.
Okay. You come out of your rooms, and you find your clothing freshly laundered, dried, and folded. Oh, that reminds me, I need to take my laundry out later. And it's just right outside your door, and next to it is a box. It looks like a garment box, and it's just sitting there next to your clothing. Similarly, when you open the door directly across the hall, you guys lock eyes, and you both notice garment boxes.
Millie, did you see this? Presents.
Flip open the lid.
Okay. It's a fancy dress, but fancy in the way that Sid was dressed last night. Similarly for you.
Okay, hopefully this is pink taffeta. Oh, it's not pink taffeta.
It's blue taffeta. No, but yours is like, it's a skirt but with leggings. So it's like kind of like pants, but a skirt and then a nice top.
What are the colors of that, and then what are Sid's house colors?
You guys decide your colors, and Poe, you decide what your house colors are. You can pick a primary and a secondary.
Right.
And if you want to come up with a sigil, by all means.
Okay, I will work on that.
I would love to see what you draw.
Like yellow, orange, and lime green to just match the atrocious outfit he had yesterday.
Like the suit from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Perfect.
Sorry, my friend's a little slow. The town's back that way. Sorry, my favorite part of that movie.
Okay, well, I'll go pack up my my work clothes, and I'm gonna get dressed in the new fancy clothes.
And so it's very clearly not the style we had seen other nobility walking around with in the pillars.
It's a style.
It's a style.
Yeah, there were a lot of different fashion choices that you saw walking around the pillars earlier. This is one of them. Yeah.
And did we have the same outfit, or was it different outfits?
No, they're different. You guys have different outfits.
Okay,
Same style, but different outfits.
Mine's lime green.
Well, right, but like you described his as a skirt with leggings, a top, sleeves, no sleeves. Like, is it the same style of outfit?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the same kind of fashion design. And I think you posted a picture of what it looked like, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Django Unchained.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what that was.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like,
Yeah, that's why. Because he came to find everybody and he was wearing those ridiculous clothes.
fantastic.
Yeah, somebody said you look like Sebastian Stan.
Wait, what?
Somebody in MLN says you look like Sebastian Stan.
I've actually heard that before.
Have you?
Yeah.
I can kind of see it.
Are we talking like Victorian era dresses here?
Sure.
I'm trying to visualize it because Millie's
And I'm
going to
trying to tell you that I know nothing about fashion.
Oh, okay. Bustle or no bustle?
Yes.
That or no
Bustle-
corset.
The bustle is the one that makes your ass look huge, right?
That's like
Yes.
the skirt, the big inflated butt thing.
Then yes. For you,
So
not for you.
bustle, no hustle.
Yeah, you've got a full dress. He's got a skirt, so you're the one that's got the bustle, not him, not her.
All right, Millie's going to take a knife to it, make some alterations. For one, she has a tail, and Ellison don't, so she's got to account for that.
Yes, true.
The bustle should cover that.
Well, exactly.
That's true.
Cover
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That is a crime against cat people. So Millie will carefully, with her dexterous Millie fingers, cut off the sleeves, convert the bustle to with the extra fabric, it'd be like a floor-length dress skirt, and cut a section for the midriff, and then a slot for the tail.
So you made some alterations.
Yes.
Yeah. Does it still look like fancy and well made, or did you make it look beat up?
Oh, no, there's very careful cutting and whatnot.
Cool. All right.
But just to make it distinct.
Emerge out of your rooms, and Professor Sid, or Lord Sid, apparently, comes downstairs and finds you in the entryway, or the parlor. There we go.
Good morning, Professor.
Well, that's interesting. Can't say I've ever expected to see you wearing those clothes. Well, we've got a pretty daunting day ahead of us. So, Deus, Millie drew up a couple of letters last night. I had an idea that we can possibly split our attention for the morning. While I head over to the trial and maybe try to stall them a bit, maybe you can go and try to find Julius and see if you can get maybe them on our side, him and the peacekeepers and Xenos, maybe speaking on our behalf.
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea, Professor. I think that they're already like 3/4 on our side, so me coming up with an extra quarter won't be too hard at all.
There we go. And Millie, I take it you plan on going to see the other noble houses? Would you like somebody to come as a emissary or translator?
She'll nod emphatically at that second one, but also kind of like, if you can find one.
I will go to find Fremendane.
And shortly after, no sooner do you say that than Fremedane's coming down the hall. Yes, Master, how may I help?
Well, Fremendane, I don't know if you heard, or no, but my
Not to
other.
hear me saying.
Excuse me.
It's very difficult not to hear your friends. Pardon me
Well.
saying.
My other friends have been taken by the Inquisition.
Yes.
As such, we are trying to find a way to get them out of that. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind accompanying Millie here to speak to the other noble houses. You see, we were at dusk vigil before reaching Ishgard, and we found some letters, sealed letters for each house, and we thought maybe delivering these letters or finding some kind of offering in a way might help them to kind of be on our side as well.
Yes, I would be delighted.
I appreciate that. Well, I'm ready to go whenever you guys are.
Might I suggest that you do not accompany us, Master Sid?
Oh no, I was going to head to the trial itself and see if I can possibly speak on their behalf myself or stall for time.
Yeah.
Well,
That sounds like a much better idea. Pardon me saying so, but if you were to accompany us on such a simple errand, it would not look good on you, if you understand.
yeah, I don't fully understand, but I'll take your word for it.
Very good, sir. And he looks to Millie. After you, miss.
She's gonna sign at him, say, "Can you read this, Mr. Fancy Man?"
What are you trying to do?
In sign language to the steward to see if he...
Read the letter?
No, literally if he can understand her sign language.
I'm sorry, I don't understand what those signals are.
Was that a joke?
No,
Or was that
it's like he sees you making symbols.
Oh, I thought that was him saying that back in sign language. I'm like, this is the sassy steward.
Careful with your questions. That's what I... No, he's being earnest.
Okay.
Even though his name is Premendane. Was this here when you came here last time?
The boats? Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I was going to ask what you think.
No, it fills up the space nicely.
No, I'm afraid our staff is entirely Elizon in height. Skeleton crew though it is, given that the manor was not occupied by a Berlin for quite some time.
Okay, so Millie will hold the letters up, look at Sid, and basically like point the letters from Sid to the steward to be like, hey Sid, tell the steward what's in the letters.
Essentially, this is some letters that we wrote up last night, introducing, I guess, reintroducing us as a house returned, I suppose. And really, I guess we need you there as kind of a show that we're legitimate.
May I ask a relatively intrusive question? Please tell me if this is not allowed, but is Miss Millie here, is she mute?
She is.
I see.
Just very rude.
Perhaps you should bring your chalkboard so that I can better translate.
Yep.
Okay. I would be happy to accomplish this task for you, Master Sid.
Very good. Thank you very much, Fernandine.
Yes, sir. Shall we?
Before they go, Millie's gonna go do her makeup, and specifically, she's going to, with the increased exposed skin from the outfit change, put spiralized painted dragons across her back, running up her cheeks, so it looks like a long winding tail.
How are you doing makeup on your back?
No, like the dragons start here, curl over the shoulders, and then just the tail goes to the top of the shoulder blades.
That's talented, but okay.
Performance is art for D&D.
So you're the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Dragon tattoos. Plural. And that is going to be the only similarity to the book.
Fremendane, an aside quickly, is there... I apologize if this is a a rude question as well. Is there a treasury for House Verdelay remaining?
Absolutely, sir. I apologize for not bringing it up prior to this. We do indeed have the house vault. What's left of it?
We invested heavily in Matterport.
Oh, that's going to pay off. No, it's like, we invested all of your money into ATIP before it. Sorry.
Well, I don't need extensive details right now. I just wanted to know if I had, nest egg to fall back on if that's needed.
He reaches into his coat pocket, an inner pocket, very fancy, and pulls out a large, intricate key and hands it to you and says, lower level, third door on the right.
Thank you. Take it. I'll check that out first before I go to the...
Very good, sir. And if I may broach a sensitive topic with you, the Treasury is how the staff, as I mentioned, a small staff, is paid. So please keep that in mind, if I may say.
Of course. No. This is going to be a desperation need, if even. Just wanted to know if I had something.
You do have some small amount of money to your name. I'm afraid it is not nearly as much as it once was, or nearly as much as any of the houses in equivalent standing. You understand?
Understood, total.
Okay. All right. With that, Millie comes out of the bathroom. Oh my. that's. Oh my.
Yeah, hair in a ponytail, not the usual mane of hair.
Right, with tattoos showing it. That's...
And scars. Noticeably, it's the markings and then all the scars that are normally visible.
You've rendered him speechless.
Oh, now we're besties.
Not that. Yeah, this light is definitely better now. I can tell.
Yeah, I agree. Now that it's not drowned by that sun.
Hopefully you're not bored. Me? Oh, no, just checking.
I'm enjoying this.
Good. But if you want a drink or anything, help yourself. It's in the fridge. Appreciate it.
Was there a specific title that the steward referred to as Sid other than Lord? Or is it just...
Master.
Okay. So there's not like a
He's not...
Elizin word for head of house?
No. Nothing specific.
This isn't relevant to...
Okay. So, flash sideways then while this is happening. What are you doing at the moment?
Oh, well, I'm going to get the letter that they drafted for me, and then I was going to go to, since I'm in the Pillars, I'll go to Thornton's estate, because I figured the foreign dignitaries would probably be staying with Lord Thornton, right?
So, the vault.
Oh, is that where they live?
Yes. The Thornton, the vault is basically the seat of power in Ishgard. It's where the theocracy rules from, and Archbishop Thornton is the Archbishop, so...
Right. Okay, well then I guess that makes sense, and so I guess I'll head over there.
Okay. So as you get close to the vault, you'll find that there's not as many guards as there were yesterday, but there are some. And they do not allow you to just walk in. Hold there. How can we help?
Oh, hello. I'm trying to find the foreign dignitaries from Garlemald. I have a letter for them from House Verdeline.
You see the two guards just like look at each other like, nope. Just that kind of exchange, right? Sorry, I'm not familiar with that house, but in any case, you will not find the Garleans here.
Well, where would I find them?
Well, they've been dispatched.
What did they do?
No, nothing to fear, not like that. They've been sent on another mission to Mordona.
Oh. Well, how long ago did they leave?
Yesterday.
Oh.
Unfortunately, we do not guide where they go. They work on the orders of their emperor.
Oh yeah, Xenos. Is he still here?
Xenos is not the emperor, he's the crown prince. His
Oh.
father, Varys, is the emperor.
Oh, okay. Well, spoilers then. Sorry.
Spoilers?
Well, he's gonna be king of emperor eventually, right?
Yes, but he you as the crown prince.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay. I was like, are you telling me?
No, I'm telling the guards. I'm telling the guards that,
Okay.
so that way they're not shocked when it comes to pass. Okay. Well then, I guess I will trot back to the manor house. Hopefully, somebody's there.
Why do you have emotional damage, John?
Just how the guy feels once he sees what Billy looks like.
Okay, now you're cutting out. I have no idea what you just said.
How the guard or the guy feels at seeing Millie? Was that what you said?
That's correct.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Varys has a resting bitch face? Okay.
I didn't know what RBF meant. I'm like, that's some like weird kind of do not resuscitate thing.
Yeah, RBF and DNR, very similar. They're both 3 letters. Okay.
Resuscitate band. Fuck.
All right. So you're headed back to the Verlaine estate at that.
Yeah, to see if to let them know what happened if they're
Sure.
still there. Yeah.
Millie spent some time in the bathroom getting dolled up. So by the time that you return, you'd actually be arriving. You'd probably catch them in passing as they're on their way to some of the other noble houses.
Millie and the steward.
Yeah, from India.
Okay, so then I guess I would let them know that I came up fruitless, Millie. The garlands are gone already. So if you don't mind, I'll probably tag along with you then.
Okay. Meanwhile, back to the cells. The 3... nice space there. The 3 of you wake up from a not-so-restful sleep. And there's guards talking inaudibly outside your gate, but there seems to be a conversation and some laughing going on. You vaguely hear something about a bet being made for something. But other than that, the 3 of you are in your cell.
Good morning, everyone. Let me see when breakfast is served. Excuse me, guard. When's breakfast served?
Nobody answers you.
Excuse me, guard.
I think you need to put your mic closer to your mouth now.
Guard. Excuse me, guard.
They're just ignoring you.
John, your mic's like, sounds like you're standing in another room.
Does it? 1 sec.
Just put it a little closer to your mouth.
It's really like right on my mouth. I don't know.
Oh, weird.
1 sec.
Okay. Maybe try turning it on and off again. Off and on again. All right.
Sherbin's just going to be doing some exercises, stretching, things like that, limbering up.
Excuse me, what's the going rate on the bets? I would like to bet all of my money on myself.
And what is it that you're participating in that you're betting on?
Whatever you guys are betting on.
Oh, well, you see, a few of us over here are thinking that you're going to elect trial by combat. And that is indeed one of the bets, is whether or not you ask for that. And then we have a side bet, that if you do ask for trial by combat, that you're all going to die. So you want to bet against that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'd like to bet against that as well.
Okay, well, we've got your coin pouches up here. So, how much do you want to bet?
That we
Well,
don't die?
Since if I die, oh, never mind. I don't need the, all of it.
Okay. So, you're gonna have to tell me how much gil you have. But, alright, I'll take that bet.
I got,
Taking his bet. I'm taking their bet. When they die, I get their gil.
okay? She's only including herself. This does not include the rest of us.
When we die, bury us with our money.
Jordan,
I got.
if we die, it doesn't matter. We don't need the stupid guild. But if we win, at least we get out of here richer.
And why would we
Dumbasses.
die? I'll bet everything that's in my gold pouch as well. I think there's 24 gold pieces there.
Well, I'm not.
What did
I'm
we
not
say
going to
everyone
bet on
has?
anything.
24 gold pieces in my.
What did
Eric, what did you say?
Poe? What did you say our average money was? What? How much did you have in you?
I can tell you, Eric, one sec, because I haven't really spent a lot of money.
Sorry, I was muted for a second. I have 141 gil.
I have 124. So sounds about right.
I will bet 133.
You bet 133. Now,
Also, what are the odds?
You have 3 backups on hand.
There's one of these in there if you want a cider.
I think we have pretty good odds, actually. I don't think we're gonna die.
What are the odds?
Yeah.
$6.99.
Okay, so not bad for fancy
Can
ciders.
you guys hear us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Fifi's asking what the odds are.
Compared to, like,
I could not understand what you were asking before. It's just 1-to-1.
The wicked.
Okay.
All right. Well, am I free to go right now? Because I gotta take a massive, number deuce.
Yes, you may use the restroom as we escort you to the waiting chamber.
Oh, there's a waiting chamber. Sounds good.
Yes. They actually open the door at this point. Do we need to shackle you, or will you behave yourselves?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm trying to win this bet.
They're staring directly at Fifi. Okay, I'll take that as we're good. Yeah. So they escort all of you through some of the other hallways. It's kind of labyrinthine, and it's hard for you to make out exactly where you went. Lots of twists and turns. But eventually you are led to a waiting chamber. It's a little bit bigger than your cell, and you're not behind bars, but the doors are closed behind you. There is a bedpan kind of thing set up in the corner.
Now, excuse me, but before you go, I actually need to use a restroom. Because if I use it here, you're not going to like the smell.
Oh well, and they close the door and lock it.
I guess I'll just hold it.
That's like a good idea before combat.
Can
Improvised weapon.
Can I fit the bucket through the cell door?
You're not in a cell anymore. You're in an open room.
Yeah, but like if there was like what door did they close? Just like a regular door?
Oh yeah, it's a solid door.
Oh, got it. Okay. This is much nicer than where we were at.
I think that was to Sherbin and Fifi.
Yeah. Don't worry. Like I said, I'm gonna get us out of this. Yeah. We've been in some tricky situations before, but you know, you can trust me.
Durbin's just quietly pacing back and forth.
Okay.
Just has a lot on her mind.
Look around the room.
Sure. It's pretty bare. There's the sigils of Ishgard banners hanging from either wall. There's a table, a round table in the middle with 6 chairs around it. Other than that and the bedpan in the corner, there's very little in here. There is a basin with water and a ladle and several wooden cups nearby.
Well, I guess we might as well get comfortable.
Herb is gonna take a drink.
Okay, it's poison, so roll for... No, I'm just kidding. It's just water. Okay. We're gonna...
stuff too.
You'll drink some water. Okay. So we're gonna flash sideways again to you guys, and you're arriving at the first house, House Durandale. Miss Millie, Miss Davis, we are at the estates of House Durandale.
That sounds familiar.
Have you been here before?
No, I've heard the name before, though.
Yes, it was on the letters that you found in the Dusk Vigil, was it?
Oh,
These
yeah.
letters, in fact.
Yeah, how'd you know?
I was informed by Master Sid.
Oh, yeah, he is very knowledgeable.
He is. He does seem to be quite knowledgeable.
Do they have anyone standing outside the
There's
door?
guards wearing the livery of House Durandale, so their coat of arms and all that.
Okay.
It's a pair of guards, both Ellison, both very stern looking, pretty stocky.
Alright, so Millie will lead the way over to the guards. How close, are they like at the doors or are they like at the front of the estate?
They are at the foot of a small stair leading up to a door.
Gotcha.
It's like 4 steps.
Alright, so Millie will like go stand a few feet in front of them, between them. She'll bow and then hold out the letters to make it clear that it's addressed to House Durandale, making it very clear that it's a delivery.
Okay. All those letters for our master. We'll take them. I beg your pardon.
She'll point to her throat scar, and then, because I already wrote that note.
Too bad. We'll take them.
She'll then point to the steward.
And he walks forward. Thank you, Miss Millie. We are here as representatives of House Verdelin, and we come bearing gifts of letters written by ancestors of House Durandale, years long past. We would like to deliver these directly to the master of the house. And now I'm playing with myself. The guards are like, we'll send somebody to go coal for him. I don't think you'll find yourself in luck, however. Wait here. And one of the guards goes up into the door. The other guard just stands there. He's like trying very hard not to make eye contact with any of you. He's just like looking up like this. After a few moments, the guard emerges, and behind them appears to be, just like Fremendane, a manservant for House Durandale. Greetings. I hear you are bringing something from my master.
Millie will nod and use her Heart of Darkness background feature, which says, "Those who look into my eyes can see that I have faced unimaginable horror and that I am no stranger to darkness. Though they might fear me, commoners will extend me every courtesy and do their utmost to help. Unless I have shown myself to be a danger to them, they will even take up arms to fight with me should I find myself facing an enemy alone. Being a steward, he is definitively a commoner."
Not necessarily.
Nobles don't serve nobles.
No, but lesser nobles do. But okay, you make eye contact. I'm gonna have you roll a persuasion roll. But what is it that you're saying to him? Or what do you write for him?
Well, for the letters,
Acquired at great personal risk to Lord Alcero Verdelane as a favor and reintroduction to your court of nobility, your grace. Reads this out loud. I see. And then makes eye contact with you. Roll persuasion check.
deception, because that is a lie. They were not gathered for the purpose of...
That's fine. Deception's fine.
And do I get any help from 2 assistant people next to me?
Sure, we'll give
I
you...
will nod vigorously.
Bunny ears a flopping. 19.
19. Lord Durandare is indisposed at the moment. I do not know when he will return. I will take your letters directly to him.
She'll hold up a finger and grab the other letters from the steward. And
Fremondane.
Right, sorry, can you
Fremondane.
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 Fremd what?
Fremon Dane Dain.
And hand over the second set of letters and write that they are.
These are the letters of which you spoke.
Well, it was the
wrote.
The first bundle of letters is sealed.
Right, those were the ones from the Dust Vigil, right?
Well, both sets of letters are from the Dust Vigil, because for Durandare specifically, there were the letters that were from the knights to the house, which are sealed and unopened.
Yeah.
Then there were the letters we found on the guy who killed himself, which we were instructed by the heir apparent, former heir apparent, to give to the house. And she'll explain that he told us to give those to his father.
Understood. I thought you were including all the letters in one bundle.
No, 2 bundles, so it's sealed bundle, unsealed bundle, and then explaining why that bundle's unsealed.
So these are not... Okay, I understand. I will keep them separate.
Yeah, just stressing it's from the house Durandare Lord's son, instructed to deliver to him.
I just want to point out that, like, the look that you gather from his face is that he's trying very hard to be polite and acknowledging. But it's like also the story that you're telling is kind of far-fetched. Is, oh, we have letters from 1,000 years ago kind of thing. But that's the kind of look that's on his face. But he seems like he'll do as he says. I don't think I have enough games. That is not my place to do. Thank you very much. It's a slight bow, not quite at the hip. And he turns around and, without another word, walks back inside.
Okay. And he's walking away, I'm going to say, also, if you can let the guy know, it's not time sensitive. We're trying to stop an execution, but all right, bye.
He stops on one of the stairs, kind of starts to look back, and then just goes inside.
Feel bad about
that. All right. Next house?
Whichever's closer, Fort Tomfo or Hallionheart.
Meanwhile, while this is happening, anything you guys want to do in your waiting room? I love splitting the party, guys.
We murder our way out.
Nope, just hanging out.
Okay, you murder Kevin and get up.
We managed to gather all the nobles to come speak on our behalf, and then the garrison's been brutally slaughtered.
Hey guys,
and we just publicly acknowledged to all the nobles that those were our people.
Did you play the game where Jesse played Drake the Horrendous, the brawler? Okay. It was this great... it was my favorite character that Jesse ever played. Probably the only character I really liked that Jesse played. And he had this one thing where he had just beaten up an emissary for one of the major nations of Sandoria, in fact. And then something points the guys that they're about to get on an airship. He's like, hey guys, how is everyone doing? Let's get the fuck out of here. that's what that... Yeah.
Right. I'm gonna go up to one of the guards. Hey, I'm like super bored, and I can either talk to you until our trial or whatever, or can you get my book from my stuff? I want to read.
There's no guards in the room. They went outside and they locked the doors.
Oh, so I'm just not talking to anybody.
You're talking to the door.
It's not waterproof.
Oh.
Yeah, Sherman's gonna try the door to see if it's really locked.
Okay. You turn the knob and it's really locked.
And trapped.
Yes, it's randomly trapped.
Do we know where our gear was? Like, was it in a box outside our cell or something, or is it just put somewhere?
It was
outside
the cell, yes.
What was that?
It was outside the cell.
Okay.
Which, you're not in that room anymore.
But we weren't, like, blindfolded to come up here, right?
No, you know your way. Oh god. What are you gonna do?
Nothing yet. You could flashback.
Okay. Okay. You arrive at House Hallionard. It's very nearby to House Durandare, in fact. It's only a few houses down. While Durandare, their guards were very stern and serious looking, and the coat of arms that they were wearing gave the impression of, large, powerful fighters. Hallionard is kind of on the other end, where they appear to be a little bit more bookish and trained in various magical arts. You get that appearance from their coat of arms. Their guards are lankier than the other guards and not nearly as stern-looking. When you approach, they're more curious than anything. And it's written on their faces.
Curious.
Literally written.
But yeah, second verse, same as the first,
Okay.
with the approach there.
Similarly, as the first time around, they humor you and, well, sure. Why don't we go see if the Lord's in? And walks inside, and after a few minutes, comes back out and says, I'm sorry, Lord Hallionard is not accepting visitors today, but if you like, I can make sure that he gets those letters.
Any difference with Heart of Darkness on the same thing?
No.
Alright, then...
It's not like he was lying or anything. It's not like he was...
Well, no, it's not a deception thing. It's just that people go out of the way because I'm a kicked puppy.
He wants to help you, but it's like there's only so much he can do.
Okay. Then, yeah, I mean, they know it's House Verdelaine, so she'll hand over the letters, and it was Commander Hallionard from Falcon's Nest, he was the one in charge there?
I think I said he was Durandare, didn't I?
No.
Durandare was the
You're right.
victory.
Right.
I'm sorry. I thought that's what you were asking.
It was Oliver.
Yeah, you were asking about, not the convictory where you're asking?
Falcon's Nest.
Yes, Falcon's Nest. Okay, I got the two of them. Yes, that is correct. That's who was in charge here.
Okay. I need to put my glove back on.
Man, every time I think of the convictory, because the Aetheryte crystal is in Falcon's Nest, I just immediately think Falcon's Nest. So it's like...
Trickery.
I gotta go there first if I want to go. Oh, thanks, Melinda. Melinda said she's gonna be awake until like 10:30.
Sweet. Did I spell that right? Not quite.
Okay.
Fixing this spelling, but...
Is anybody a little bit warm?
I'm warm, yeah.
Okay.
do you want me to get it, or do you got the light? Oh, you got that fixed finally? Nice.
I like technology.
Yeah. So, fixing the spelling.
He looks in your hands quickly for any kind of dagger.
No, that was my first. Durandare, who had the bad blood, potentially.
No, I got it, but it's like you said, Commander Hallionard sends his regards. Come on.
It's not a dagger, it's a discus.
oh my, that's a sharp discus. Okay, so the guard looks at it and just kind of nods. How's he doing? Do you want to have one of them answer? So you don't have to write it?
Oh, sure, I'll try to sign at...
He's very judgmental.
But I'll try to sign at,
That doesn't sound like him.
at Deus.
But in other ways, it sounds exactly like him.
At that point?
If you know him the way I know him.
How do you know him?
Oh, he gave us a hard time when we went to town.
To the Falcon's Nest.
Yes.
Sorry for that.
No, it's okay. But thank you.
Very well. Where are you off to?
The 4 temps.
Ah. Have fun with that one.
Yes, and in regards to those letters, time-sensitive execution, thank you. There we go.
Wait, what? Okay. You guys walk away, leaving the guards bewildered. Alright. So, next you arrive very close by, again like 3 houses away. A very nice looking manor. It's kind of like the Goldilocks of the story. You went to one that was too stern, one that was too
Two lags.
Yeah, 2 lags. This is kind of right in the middle. But the immediate thing that you get, there's no guards posted in front of their doors. And what you get by the coat of arms and the stylings of the house is it just screams warm welcome.
Trap. Seeing no guards, Millie wants to look around the periphery of the grounds and see if there's any indication of like magical warding or alarms,
Sure.
like sigils.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
13.
Okay. You don't see anything.
Cool. Then she'll approach the doors.
Okay. It is a large door with a knocker. A metal knocker, sorry. They're huge knockers.
Proportional to the door. She'll knock on
Now
one
I'm
of
thinking
them.
Young Frankenstein, sorry.
But she'll make her presence
Oh,
known.
nice knocker. Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Those movies are so fucking good.
I love them. Mel Brooks is incredible. Okay, you knock it,
Mhm.
or more like, there we go, much better. That sounded kind of perfect, actually.
I think I bang this on the table. I
No,
don't know.
no, I paid for this table, fuck you. All right, my dad sat down, he's like, oh, this is a pretty nice table. I'm like, yeah, duh. He's just, oh, I didn't expect you to get a nice one. I'm like, thanks, Dad. I just derailed my own train of thought. Oh, the door opens, and standing there is another servant, apparently, just gathering by the way he's dressed. This is a Lalafell servant.
I'm taller than someone.
He looks up at you. Yes, can I help?
So Millie will bow
Lalafells are like half.
deeply, being that she's short, so that would be about a head level. Like she's only
Sure.
5 feet tall, so
Oh, that's not necessary, but thank you. How can I help you?
she'll present the letters and then nod to Fremendare to announce their intentions. Fremendane, sorry.
Is the master of the house available? We come bearing letters. Yeah, probably. Actually, he's in a study right now. Let me go see who else is available. And just wait here a second. Doesn't even bother closing the door, just walks away.
I am not leaning in, but I am like, what can I see from here?
Okay, you see a lot of valuables just kind of sitting around unguarded. There's a very well-made gold and marble vase. It's like the cracks in the marble have gold.
Oh, like the Japanese...
Yes, kitsune or something like that, or
That's fun.
kinsagi. Something
That
like
sounds right, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
super cool stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, you see one of those vases like directly in front of you, and it's got this really nice looking plant just growing out of it. Not flowers, but like a
Like
plant.
a fern or
Yeah,
something.
more or less. And there's a desk there, and there's like an area to put your shoes. It's a very nice rug across a wooden floor. It's a really nice looking house.
How did the comparative dress?
What is it?
It's an ice roller.
What
You
is
roll it
that?
on your face.
Why?
Oh, those are great.
What's it for?
It's like for your lymphatic system. It makes like
It actually feels
swelling
kind of
go-
good.
Yeah, no shit. That's what they're for.
Okay. The people watching this video are going to be very
Yeah,
confused.
cap or not, it still feels good, even if it doesn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
do anything extra.
It reduces swelling.
Okay.
That
I
definitely-
saw that in there. I'm like, I don't know what this is. So, all right. A moment later, you see the Lalafell, whose name you didn't bother to get, coming back, and he's trailed by a tall Elizan with silver gray hair, very young looking, wearing ear cuffs. Greetings, I hear you're looking for my father.
Oh, is your father the boss?
Yes, of the sort. Lord Orton.
Then you are correct.
Yes, is there something that I can help you with?
How are you in the department of favors?
Oh. Well, it depends on the favors that you're asking, my good lady. We of House Verlaine have returned from dusk vigil.
Scribble, erase.
I understood all of those words, yet used in conjunction did not make much sense. House Verlaine has been on its last legs for quite some time, and dusk vigil has been sealed with ice. Are we just waiting for her to write?
Yes, it's the polite thing to do.
Yes, my mistake. What's your name?
My name is Deus.
Deus.
Yeah, this is Millie.
Millie, and
This is
Tremendane.
We're at Hallionart,
Thank
right?
you. I was
And he bows deeply. Thank you for allowing us to visit Lord Hallionart. I'm sorry. You messed me up. It's Lord Forton.
Yeah.
Wait, we're at Forton now?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, you're right. My bad.
Lord Forton. Very well. My name is Harshafont.
Harshafont.
I am the eldest son of Count Edmond.
Part 2.
Oh, it was a two-parter, I see. Let it century moment.
1, 2.
It's like a tweet.
Exactly, just 1 or 2, and...
Yeah. Well, yes, may I see these letters of which you speak?
Yep, and she'll hand over the little silk-wrapped bundle.
Okay. Oh, these look very old. And penned by an older script. Yes, I do think my father would like to see these. Come, why don't you come inside?
She will bow and follow 4 feet behind him.
Okay. They lead you in. Tremendane looks visibly uncomfortable to have been invited in the house. Just, but he's still following you because you went in.
Yeah. Between for the Lalafell steward and Housefort?
Horshafont.
How are they dressed? Like more like the fancy to utilitarian ratio?
Well, the steward who spoke to Lalafell is in the equivalent of like a tuxedo.
Nice.
And Horshafont is wearing armor and kind of casual clothes. He's not actually wearing the house sigil on his armor.
1 sec, so that was during there. You can keep going. I'm just updating for the journal.
Yeah. You're led through the house. You see, much like the entryway, the majority of the area that you're walking through is very cozy. There's fireplaces in every major room, and they're all lit. They're giving off a warmth and a welcomeness. The furniture is all, it looks to be velvet. It looks very comfortable to sit on, very fluffy, something that you're not used to at all. And you are asked, not instructed, to have a seat and wait for Count Edmond.
Okay.
Get for Tom.
That correct? Just for spelling purposes?
Yes.
Okay.
And that should be the only thing that you look up.
I've played through that, haven't I?
Doesn't matter.
Okay. No, I just wanted to get the name.
Okay. Don't Google stuff.
I'll sit down on the couch and I'll marvel that it's just the same as Professor Verlaine was last night. very fancy couch.
Yes. The Hochemont takes a seat in a chair across the way.
How young does he look?
Early 20s.
Okay, so gotcha.
Yes. And then, here's what you see. I'll show you guys in person, but I'll post it in the chat. Could you say he looked young? Wow.
Yes.
This is Count Edmond de Forton.
Always loved his outfit.
Yeah, it's awesome. Deep, warm voice. We have guests. Greetings. Who might I be addressing?
That's my sister Millie, and I'm Deus, and this is Formandine.
Fremendane.
Fremendane.
It's quite alright. It's alright if you get my name. Farmer Dan. Poor guy. This poor guy. Oh my god. You guys are gonna treat him like a. You weren't there for it, but like John Stein's character treated their manservant. He always called him Millhouse.
I forgot about that. That was good.
Years ago. Envoy of Lord Verdelaine. Does that mean that the Verdelaine family has returned to Ishgard?
Yes.
Mil nod and smile.
A joyous occasion then. Let years passed. Our houses had something of an alliance. Many years passed, you understand. And you are somehow in their employ.
Yes, Millie's the envoy, and I am the house machinist. However, I'm more of an escort since we follow him around wherever he goes, so...
Oh, that kind of escort. Right?
Yes.
Yes. And, Fremendane, I believe I've seen you about town. Yes, Count. Perhaps you have. I'm surprised you would have noticed me. Calm yourself, young man. So, I understand that you have some letters for us.
Millie will undo the binding and display the letters, because there's 8 of them, and hand them over.
And he doesn't open them, but he looks at them. These do appear to be quite old, and not in a way that's easily forged. You said you got this from the Dusk Vigil.
Yes.
This must have come at some personal risk.
Great personal risk, yes. Great.
Well, then we thank you very much for returning these letters to us. Granted, we might not be thanking you after we read what's in them. Just a joke.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
There's only a 50% chance that was written by cannibals, so...
I beg your pardon?
No, that's also a joke.
Oh, very funny, young lady. Yes. Well, we should see to it that you get a reward for such a return.
Yes. Yes. Let's discuss this.
Lee Win and the Lalafell comes into the room upon being summoned. Fetch one of the satchels from the discretionary budget. Yes, Count. Walks out. Can we get you anything to eat, drink while you're here?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm fine.
It is a cold day. You are welcome to stay by the fire as long as you like.
Oh, yes, I will. Thank you.
Wait, has Deus slept at all?
Yes, I slept. I slept like a baby.
Now, that I am quite interested in hearing. The Inquisition?
And Millie will try to assign to Deus to explain this more expediently.
Oh, good. I hope you fail again.
Oh my god!
So they do this thing, I don't know if you noticed, but because she's mute, Deus understands her sign language.
A bit.
Mostly, but they roll a die.
Not anymore. Not mostly anymore.
They roll a die every time, and if they get a 10 or higher, then they understand.
It's literally worked
It's just
twice.
words.
Yeah.
I love that character choice.
Okay, so Aura, companions, kidnapped.
Okay, so what Millie was saying was that the Aura have kidnapped our companions and ran afoul of these Inquisitors, and we think they're probably going to be executed today, if they haven't already been executed already. But we've been trying to garner some favors with the noble houses of this fine city to help us exonerate them.
I see. The Inquisition is not to be taken lightly, you understand.
Oh yes,
Mid-face palm.
Oh! That makes a lot more sense. The aura that I've dealt with in the past do not seem to be the kidnapping type.
Well, that's good, because I'm hearing different stories out on the street.
Yes, there seems to be quite a bit of prejudice against the Elrond in our fair city.
Yeah, and I don't like any of that, because like some of our friends are Elrond. Well, one of our friends is Elrond. The other one's kind of like a tag along, and he's I don't know about him.
I see. Well, I mean this in the most sincere way. As we have just met, I am not sure that it would behoove me to be acting on your behalf for the Inquisition. I hope you understand. Father, perhaps I can go. That way you don't have to worry about it. And, well, you know about me anyway. Everyone else does. That might actually work. Would it be acceptable if my son follows you?
Yes, at this point we need all the help we can get.
Very well. Well, it sounds like it's settled then. Please inform Lord Verderling that I would love to have a face-to-face meeting as soon as possible.
His title was Count by the steward?
Count, yes. Well, if there's nothing else, I'm afraid I do have business to attend to. You are welcome to stay by the fire as long as you like, and I do believe Lieben will be back with your money quite soon.
Amelia will bow.
And he'll...
Super deep.
He will also bow, not as deeply, but you get a very warm...
She's pretty
feeling.
flexible.
Okay, and he exits out the room. And shortly after, Lieben comes back with just a sack of gil. Yeah. Will this suffice for your troubles?
For now, thank you.
Yeah, I hand it over to you. It's heavy.
Ooh.
It's like 20 pounds.
Okay. Emily, we gotta tell Inti about satchels and discretionary funds.
But does it have the Gil dollar sign on the side?
No, it does not.
It does have a smiley face.
Now it does.
Yep.
Okay, because Millie draws one. All right. Sid, what were you doing during this time?
I was going to the prison or wherever they're being held to possibly speak on their behalf and stall if I need to.
Okay. So during this time, I would say that you arrived there approximately at the same time that they arrived at the Fortant Manor. So you are at the Convictory at the moment, and you once again find the warden who you spoke with last night. Ah, you have returned this morning, so you still determined to speak on behalf of these prisoners?
Of course, they're my friends. Why wouldn't I?
They're your friends. Okay.
Of course.
Well, that is not for me to judge, but I will put that in the log here. Their trial is set to begin within the hour. You may attend the audience chamber until that time.
Excellent.
Okay. And when you do get into the audience chamber, it is a large room with stadium-like seating around a middle portion that looks very much like this, in case you can see it from there. It's basically like an arena that can be seen from all sides. Directly to the north, so the portion closest to you guys over there, there is a raised dais, not like you, with chairs there. There's 13 chairs. One much larger than the others in the middle. On either side, two very large ones, and then the rest of the chairs are all similarly sized and shorter than those two. They're not filled at the moment. There are quite a few people here, as word seems to have spread that some heretics were to be tried today. No commoners, all noble people that have taken the journey down from the pillars into the foundation. So, I'll let you sit there for a while, because it seems like things haven't started. Flash sideways to the waiting room. Fifi, did you break out?
No, I don't know yet if they're gonna give us any of our stuff for this.
Yeah, Fifi, like I said, just calm down. I know you're all looking a little bit, high-strung, and I don't think it's good. You got just trust in Kevin. I mean, have I ever led you astray? Don't answer that. I'm just
He
saying,
turns
I'm gonna get us
around
all
and
out of
fireballs
this.
the door and runs away screaming.
Just let me do the speaking, and before you know it, we'll be joining up with everyone else, going back to the inn and having a
We actually
drink.
have a rule that the strongest person is not allowed to speak in the room.
That doesn't make any sense. And
Yeah,
regardless,
but by speaking, you would automatically admit that you're not the strongest person.
I'm gonna have to ask him about that because
But by asking, that would automatically make you not the strongest person.
I just don't think you're telling me the truth. I mean, I've been
Why
speaking
would
this
I
whole
lie
time.
to you? I was talking to those guards while you were all like, face planted.
All right, well, I'll ask the guard when they come in. As the leader of our group, I think it's only right that I'll be the one that would speak for all of us. And trust me, I've been working on a plan to get us all out of here.
Huh.
So Shervin's gonna be banging on the door and trying to call out to the guards. Hello? Has anybody reached out to the Gleaners at all?
Nobody answers.
You're going to be in some deep shit if they hear about this.
That reminds me, and then I head over to the bucket.
Oh no. All right, Kevin now feels 10 pounds lighter.
Sorry about that, everyone. I just, new food, new city. I think it was that bread from yesterday.
I cast prestidigitation and put the poop in front of the door. So if they open it, they'll walk in and step on it.
The door that you came in, or the door that leads to the auditorium?
The one that we came in.
Okay. So now there's just poop sitting on the floor next to the doorway. But because of course there is.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost the size of Land Fifi.
Oh,
God.
I feel 10 pounds lighter.
That South Park episode.
Anyway, at this point, you, I'm assuming, having left Fortemps Manor, went straight here.
That's what I would say, yeah, right? Did you have something different in mind?
Pit stop at the inn to get our stuff.
No, that's fine. The inn is literally on the way here. Okay, so you go to the Forgotten Knight, you pick up your stuff. Genbu is asleep still. You're not sure if he's dead.
Mustache.
You draw a mustache.
No, he gets cheek blush. That's what he gets.
Indy is just doing some kind of Pilates in the corner.
Indy gets the mustache.
Okay.
Hold still. Carry on.
Thanks, Billy. And then goes into downward facing dog or whatever the fuck it is. So,
I feel like the Lalafell could just turn themselves into pretzels.
Sure. Start doing some sun salutations.
No,
I'm sure that's yoga, but whatever. It's interchangeable at this point. Alright, so you grab your stuff, you head to the congregation. You're stopped at the door. Why do you have weapons?
Oh, I don't have any visible weapons.
I don't have any weapons on me at all.
You may enter. Okay.
That Fremen name.
We are aware. Yeah, we made him hold all our weapons. We just sit there with armfuls.
Oh, you brought him with.
I would assume he would come.
Alright. Instead of going back to the manor, he came with you because Lord Sid...
Yeah, that's my assumption.
If
If he had expressed desire to go back to the manor, we wouldn't have objected.
He didn't say anything. He would have followed you if you asked him to come.
And
he did.
Haushafort's with us too, right? God damn it. What am I mixing him up with?
I don't know. House of Fort. Is that what you said?
Oh, just because I wrote Harshafont, that's why.
Oh.
Horsefont is correct.
No, I'm referring to the Fortemps son.
Yeah,
he came with us.
Yes.
Fortemps.
Horsefont de Fortemps.
Right.
Actually, his last name's not Fortemps, but that doesn't matter.
Oh, this is getting complicated now.
Yeah, so Horsefont came with us, and
Right.
Fremendane. So we have two.
Yeah.
people.
And Frumendane looks very uncomfortable to be here. But he's here. Following behind you, you approach the or the counter, I guess you could say, where there's a clerk sitting.
Yeah.
Yes.
We would have left the bag of gill in Millie's locked chest at the inn.
Okay.
So we're not walking around with a 20-pound bag of money.
Sounds good.
This isn't a bribe, I swear.
There's a $1 bill here, so it's it just reminds me of the Naked Gun scene. It's like you're shaking somebody down and you're like offering money. And he's like,
but I need change.
I'm short of 5. Here you go. Here's 5.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah. Leslie Nielsen. Amazing.
Love those men.
All right, so, yes? She's just staring at you. Dave. She rolls
Motion to
her
the
eyes.
chalkboard.
Prisoners? Oh, the heretics! You come to watch your friends die.
Possibly. We're here to offer emotional support.
So you tell me, how's this looking out there?
Right. Well, you may watch from the audience chamber. It is open to all. Behind me, go.
Alright.
Are you just standing there?
For a second, to make it awkward, and then...
All right, fair enough.
Because Viara are taller than Ellison, aren't they?
Well, I'm only 6'2".
Oh, okay. So, big
Viera.
ears. Viera?
You said R.
I thought it was in V-I-A.
V-I-E.
No, it's V-I-E-R-A.
Yeah.
I had it. Gotcha. Backwards.
Did you say VRA? I thought you said aura. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you enter into the audience chamber, and Sid is there.
Oh, Professor Verdeline's here.
Oh, Master Alcido. I see you made it.
Yeah, how did it go? I guess that's better than nothing. And Deus?
Yeah, the peacekeepers and the Crown Prince Xenos have left since yesterday, so it seems like we should have stolen their Magitex yesterday like we wanted to. But on the bright side, we have Halliburton here, who's here to help.
Hello?
Hello!
Halliburton, nice to meet
You must be the new Master Verdelaine.
I am, yes, oddly
Yes.
enough.
Forgive me, but I think your friend mispronounced my name. I am Hoshapons. I'm here on behalf of Exportant.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, and thank you for coming.
He sticks out his hand to shake it.
I do.
Oh, it was my pleasure. I understand that you're in needing of someone on your side.
Yeah, there seems to be a bit of a misunderstanding, and I'm hopefully going to clear that up before anything rash happens.
Oh, of course we will. We will be the heroes, the saviors of your friends.
Yes, hopefully. I believe it's supposed to be starting shortly.
Oh, don't look that way. A smile better suits a hero.
Okay, forgive me. I'm a bit new to this situation.
I understand. I believe it'll all work out in the end. And if it doesn't, it's not the end.
Well, that's a very nice way of thinking it.
Yes. All right. Well. Oh, it looks like they're coming in now. And you now see knights funneling in from the sides to their seats. The large chair in the middle remains empty. But there are 12 knights standing there. At this point, the doors to the waiting room open, leading into the audience chamber for Sherbin and Fifi and Kevin.
Finally. I read about bureaucracies, but I didn't realize it would be like this.
I don't know what a bureaucracy is, but just don't get stung, all right?
We able to
I'll leave all the stinging to you.
are we able to see who's in the audience, or is it pretty much like spotlights on us and we can't really see who's sitting in the audience?
You could make out faces. If you knew where to look, you'd probably be able to spot your friends. They kind of stand out, though, amongst like all the Ellison that are in here.
Hey,
very bright clothing, actually.
Oh, shoot. Hey, is the strongest person allowed to talk?
You ruined it.
Something doesn't look quite right. There's a lot of fancy people in the audience. I didn't think we were that important of people to warrant such a distinguished audience.
Oh, they must have heard of what we did at the Dusk Vigil. Hey, yeah, that was me. I almost single-handedly took down the evil creature.
As you say that, a rotten Papoto smashes on the ground in front of you. And then as people are realizing that you're funneling in, you hear a lot of "Boo, heretics, burn in hell" kind of things going on.
Hey, why is everyone so mean?
You realize that hell?
Oh no, Eric's breaking up now.
She's the strongest person, I knew it.
All right, so we'll just kind of head on in. Does it look like there's a place where we should be sitting or standing?
There's no seats. You're led into essentially this section here where Mr. Bucket was. Yeah, more like here. Come forth and state your names.
Hey, hi, Kevin Twain.
Sherbin Barracude.
I'm Fifi.
Oh, yeah, we didn't hear what you said after you started speaking before, Eric.
I was just telling everyone that hell is a fake construct created to control them.
Very nice.
Just like corporations.
Yeah. And money.
And so we're like over here, chilling in the stage stand.
Yeah, you guys are like right here. Area.
Other than the fancy peeps and the chairs are up here.
Yes. Yeah, more or less. That's fine. That's where you can be. Very well. The three of you, Len, Fifi, Sherbin, and Kevin, stand accused of heresy. How do you plead?
For a reason.
Yeah, first, what exactly is heresy? Because I don't know. You keep saying that word, and people are yelling it. I don't know what that means.
Heresy, as in conspiring to affront and deface our Savior Halone, and spreading word of false deities and fake causes.
Well, first off, I don't know who this Halone person is.
I have nothing.
Secondly, I'd like to first say that we are all sovereign citizens here, all right? We come in this nation, and we have the right to travel. Something about corpus delictis and my Article 4 rights are being infringed upon, and you just can't do this. I want to know why am I being detained, and I do not consent to this detainment. I plead our Fifth Amendment rights to not speak if I don't want to speak, but I want to speak because, as God is on my authority, we've done nothing wrong.
Authority.
I got a guy, and I looked at Sherwin.
Stand your ground, Kevin.
Like
Stand your ground.
How many sovereign citizen videos did you watch in preparation? Oh, so you're on a watch list now. My dad pulled over a couple sovereign citizens when he was a motor cop, and the fucking stories he would tell about their nonsense.
I don't I don't abide by your laws. I don't belong to the United States. Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
So as you can see, I think it's about right that you let us go. And in fact, you held us against our will for at least 12 hours, and that's kidnapping. And now I'm gonna put you in jail. How you like that?
Your not guilty verdict has been heard.
No, you're not guilty. Okay, verdict. The legal system
Oh,
works.
why, thank you.
Well, I get in.
All right, guys. Don't have to worry about our backup plan. We're good.
May the accusing knight of the Heavens Ward stand forward. And a dark-skinned, like a very tan, with amber eyes, Elizin stands up wearing like immaculate blue and white armor. Sir Cherubot of the Heavens Ward. I don't know why I keep doing that. Heavens
Do we
Ward.
recognize this guy?
He was the one that was at the head of the group that arrested you.
Yeah, these are the peepers after us.
Yes. The accused have openly admitted to defacing statues erected in service of the alliance of man and dragon. They even brought the accursed jewels with them back into our city. Much less they travel with a daughter of Vritra. And he stares daggers at Sherbin.
First off, we don't have any daughters here that we're traveling with. My kids are at home. Secondly, I don't know about this defacing this Sherbert guy's talking about, but we didn't know nothing of that. This is ridiculous.
Does anyone speak on behalf of these three, or shall we execute them now? I'm very much leaning towards executing them now.
I speak on behalf of these three.
All right. So Sid stands up. Identify yourself.
Alcido Verdelane.
There is a murmur throughout the crowd, like, what the fuck?
I'm murmuring as well. What the fuck?
Amidst the murmuring, Millie wants to find, at least on our side of the auditorium, who is the fanciest looking motherfucker on that side of the grounds.
Besides us.
Besides us, yes.
Shit, you're gonna make me think of shit. Let's see. Let's come up with an NPC name.
I don't need a name, just point out place and attire.
Okay, sure. There is a woman an Ellison woman with long red hair braided behind her. She's wearing a very fancy dress, lots of jewelry. And it looks like it's embroidered with actual gold.
Cool.
So beautiful.
Yeah, she's lovely. Blue eyes match her red hair. Because that matches. Words are hard. Being a DM's hard.
Cool.
Thanks. Why?
Reasons.
Okay, so, anywho. You do bear a resemblance to the Verdelanes of the past. If the statue is anything to go by, you are the spitting image, in fact.
But missing a certain
That's
pink
what I'm
mustache.
told.
How came you to Ishgard? And why do you speak on behalf of these miscreants?
I speak on behalf of these miscreants because they are my friends, and we traveled together from Idleshire
Idleshire?
by way of a portal.
I see. Your ancestor, if you are indeed related, was left Ishgard in quite a hurry, if some are to be believed, in ways that would have been disgraceful for one of his station.
That's what
do you
I
have to say
hear.
about that?
All I can say about that is that I was told my ancestor left here 400 years ago, long before my time, long before my parents' time, as far as I know. I cannot speak for their actions back then. I can only speak for what we've done now.
Very well, we will hear what you have to say.
First of all, I don't understand how you can accuse someone of heresy and of blatant disregard for the customs of a land that they've never been to.
Ignorance of the law does not absolve you of the rule of following the law.
How can we follow a law we don't know?
Maybe you shouldn't visit these lands.
It wasn't our choice.
Continue.
We grew up in a town called Cliffside. If you'd like, I have a book from that very town, writings from people from the town about history that we never knew about. All we know was from our books. Before, weeks ago, we thought we were the only town in the world. And here we are, after falling through a portal into a cave with a floating eyeball, finding ourselves dealing with goblins and gleaners and all sorts of things that we've never seen before. And you expect us to know customs, and we didn't even know what money was until we came here.
Roll a persuasion check for that impassioned plea.
Roll a country bumpkin check.
Also, I'd like to reflect that I'm just a griant. I rarely miss. Please let the record reflect.
17.
17. Okay. So, the entire area falls silent. They look like they start to kind of whisper to each other slowly, and then slowly at first, but very rapidly, the entire chamber erupts in laughter at what you said. The knights sitting there seem to be stifling their own laughter before one of them stands up. This one is... not that you would know his name, but Sir Grino de Zemel. There we go. Dzemael. Order! Silence in the auditorium! And with that, as he says that, everybody just immediately stops laughing. It just gets very quiet. Your story is a hard one to believe.
Hard one to tell.
Oh, it seemed to come very easily for you. Very convenient that you all come from an area that is completely devoid of laws.
I didn't say it was devoid of laws, it's devoid of your laws.
Oh, yes, well, our laws are carefully crafted over generations, over 1,000 years.
That's very nice, considering we've only known that life existed for 400.
Being flippant is not helping your case, Lord Verdelet.
As I'm speaking, the eyes that are normally glowing green start to turn more gold.
Okay.
Being flippant is all I have right now, you understand. These charges are being trumped up against people who have no idea what we're talking about in this land. They've done nothing but try to survive.
Very well. We will take that into consideration. Does anyone else speak on behalf of these three?
I just want to say I've never met this Sherbert guy. I don't know why he's accusing me of anything.
Can you spell that first, the accusing knight's name?
Grino, G-R...
No, the one who arrested everybody.
Charibert.
Yeah.
Charibert. You don't know his last name, so I won't tell you.
Okay.
All I'm saying is this town has been really rude. I've met so many different liars, and I think it's just time you let us go.
Anyone else? At this point, Hirschfond stands up. Yes. House Fortemps stands on the side of these three fine people. We think they should be let go, perhaps with a warning, perhaps even asked to leave Ishgard, but punished? No.
Thank you, House Horse Trot.
He doesn't even look at Kevin. The knights say, the bastard son of a high house carries some weight. Perhaps not enough to end these proceedings. Does anyone else speak on behalf of these 3 accused?
Sherman's gonna speak up. Has anyone even reached out to old Charlian, to the Gleaners? Do they even know that you have one of their employees in your custody?
That is irrelevant. When you are, as a gleaner, you should know that once you are in the land other than your own, you are required to follow the laws of that land. Your Gleaner Association will not help you in this instance.
Again, I've never seen any evidence that shows we've broken any laws. We have this one Sherbert guy that's making things up. I think that's quite rude.
Bring forth the evidence. And you now see the astrologian that you're speaking with, Fifi, comes in and shoots a look at you, and trailed behind him are 2 guards, but they're carrying pillows, and on top of the pillows are the 2 gems.
How did they get the gem?
Did you not? I'm sorry. You didn't have them on your person, did you? Millie had them.
No. Remember when he asked if we took them, I clearly said I didn't even touch them. I never said the group or anybody took them.
Right. You're right. Okay, so no guards with them. They still are accusing you of taking them, even if you didn't say that. Yeah, alright, so no guards, no stones. I very clearly heard them speaking to one another, insulting one of the great institutions of Ishgard, as well as proudly speaking of the gems that they stole from the wayposts.
Where'd you hear this? Again, I've never seen you before.
I don't know that one. I only assume that he is associated with those 2.
I see, this is what I say. This whole town telling lies. First off, this guy, Sherbert, says he's seen me saying things. Now he says he doesn't see me. Who are you going to believe? This liar over here or us who don't even know why we're here? Like I said, I demand to get let go. 5th Amendment, corpus delicti, sovereign citizen, people versus battle, Terry versus Ohio.
Not to agree overly with Kevin's assessments there, but you are telling lies. Where is this coming from? I never said anything about stealing the gems. I asked what would happen if those gems were moved.
Poppycock, I very clearly heard you say that you stole them. And he's not making eye contact with you.
Listen,
so this
off
tribunal of yours, and this seeking heresy, does it not care about truth? Does truth mean nothing here? I would think that truth is a heresy. Lies are heretical.
We seem to be at an impasse. You're accusing our key witness of lying.
It's no impasse. Cast the zone of truth and let us both stand in it, and we will see who's telling the truth.
I'm quite able of casting zone of truth.
We will not have that magic cast in this room.
So the whole tribunal does not believe in truth?
There is one way to sort out the truth in this instance. You have the choice.
There's literally more than one way than to sort out the truth.
Pretty soon there will be no choices unless you let me speak.
Professor Sid can cast Zone of Truth and he follows Halone, so the spell would come directly from your goddess. Are you saying you do not respect your goddess's magic?
Doesn't that sound like heresy, right? Right? I think I learned that now. That's heresy. You're a heretic. You should be here. We should be up there persecuting you.
All I'm asking is for us to speak whether the truth is being said here. If I'm going to be accused, I should be able to show that I am speaking the truth.
Then roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Did they even send anyone out to check if the gems were even stolen?
You have no idea. Well, unless you're
Well,
asking that.
Yeah, she is asking that.
Well, they don't respond to you.
Just whistling like a Looney Tunes cartoon up in the stands.
I mean, really, if they're going to be going off of the word of just a lowly scholar working in the library, you'd think they want to make sure something like that, an accusation of that weight, would have some sort of authentic proof behind it besides hearsay.
Since I have a -1 for persuasion, I rolled a 16.
Wow.
16 total.
Decent roll for a -1.
That is a really good roll for -1. We will confer with each other. Wait there. And the knights begin speaking with each other.
Sherbin kind of leans down to Fifi. Very good, Fifi. Have you ever thought about practicing law?
I didn't even realize courts existed outside of my books till recently.
I told you guys I have it handled. You're welcome.
Sounds like you've had a handle.
Yep. I mean, this stuff that Q taught me, you know, all the rumblings. I knew it'd work one day. I didn't realize it'd be this day. This Q guy seems to be making more and more sense.
That is not the right song. Here we go. This is what I meant to be playing. They're speaking. What?
Sherbin's gonna continue on with Fifi and say, although I do wonder, that was Sid that was talking on our behalf? What happened to him? It sounds like somebody lit the fire under him. I like it.
I don't know, but why is he dressed so weird?
I don't know if I like it. That was definitely out of character.
But I do like that fellow that's by him, too. What did he say his name was? Archifon?
Something about a horse something.
I swear to God, John, I will. I know where you're going with that. I'm ready.
I stopped before I went there.
He'll let you go in exchange for Kevin's life.
I push buttons just like, you know what? Fuck him.
I'd like to amend my support for just 2 of those 3 accused.
Okay. Oops. Why did I turn down my phone? I meant to turn down. Okay, anyway. The knights begin. They're speaking with each other, and then they return to their seats, and they look down at the group. Though your impassioned plea to use such magics in this courtroom may have stirred over some of us, the law remains, and we will not, and as they say that, you absolutely will. And this voice that you recognize, and very powerful sounding, not normally an angry voice, comes from the back of the room, and you see there standing is Sir Emmerich. While you are in the congregation of our knights most holy, you will follow my word as I rule here. I do not care that you are the Knights 12. And they all look pissed as fuck. When all of the knights look pissed as fuck. They're like just staring daggers at him. We will allow the casting of a Zone of Truth spell to ascertain their innocence. Understood? And, like, after a very long, awkward stare-off competition between them, goes on for about a minute, Cherubert says, summon a cleric to cast the damp spell. And, after a short time, someone in robes bearing the embroidery of the goddess Helone steps forward, head completely covered, and in front of the 3 that are standing there begins casting Zone of Truth.
How similar do those robes look to the ones we found in the Dusk Vigil?
Not at all. Damn it. There we go. Okay. So, Zone of Truth has been cast on you and on the scholar from the Astrologicum. We will now ask questions. Did you, or anyone in your party, steal the gems from the wayposts?
I did not steal the gems from the wayposts, nor did I touch them.
Roll a deception check, please. I know that you're not lying, but you're lying by omission. And I'm wondering how that interacts with the spell, actually. I think it works.
It works, yeah. It's literally you are incapable of lying. Lies by omission or refusing to speak aren't affected.
Correct.
There is a saving throw for the spell, but if you make the save, the caster knows if you saved against the spell or not. So,
Go ahead.
so the caster could be like, hey, that person isn't affected by the spell. Go out, go back in, new saving throw. Or you can willingly choose to fail any saving throw.
But if you fail your saving throw, then the caster knows that you...
Well, if you fail your saving throw, you can't lie.
Right. But if you succeed, then the caster knows that
The caster knows you succeeded. Yeah, it's an improvement on the older editions, so there's only very few class abilities that actually let you fool a Zone of Truth.
Yep, I see that here. Okay.
14.
14. Good. Roll 3s. Don't mind me.
With my amazing -1.
Yeah.
In person or online?
Through Discord, yeah.
Nice.
What are you playing as?
Druid.
Solid choice.
What race?
Just a human.
Nice.
I tried to keep it as simple as I could.
It's a good starting
I
point.
think we're at 3. We're not very far.
Oh, perfect. So you picked your Druid subclass then?
Yes.
Circle of Spores?
That's a good one.
What? Ocean, water, one of those?
Circle of land, and then the land you picked was ocean?
Yes, okay.
Gotcha. So you get all the spells.
Yeah. We haven't played in like 3 months, so
Oh,
I'll
so
get
it's
you on it. Yeah, it's been not fun.
Okay, so, back to the game. Well, your roll is higher than any of mine, so they don't press you further on that question. Next question.
Well,
What are you
what about asking your scholar there who just said that we stole them and I told him that?
The scholar now.
We harvest the bullets for ammo.
Very well. Although I would thank you to realize that we are the ones asking the questions. Keep your mouth shut unless asked a question.
Oh, I thank you as well.
They just kind of like that exasperated sigh, like. And then they turn to the astrologian, Joffrey.
Would be. It would be.
Thrones. It must be. I know, but just being like, oh, that asshole, it would be Joffrey.
Did you, in fact, hear these accused say that they stole the gems from the wayposts in Kothis?
Let's see.
They heavily alluded to it. Did you hear them say it or anything close to it? No. Guards, arrest that man.
I can't believe we didn't have to fight to the death.
It's not over yet.
Either. I wanted you to. I had the whole thing set up. I even made out. Okay, anyway. Jeffrey's like protesting. It's like, whoa, I'm a citizen in good standing. I work at the Astrologicum, and you just hear him like protesting as he's being dragged away, literally dragged away, and disappears into the room that you guys were in. You just hear somebody in there yell, "Is that shit?"
Millie's gonna be clapping from the balcony.
It's like as the door is closing.
It would be great if they threw the prisoner or
No, they're dragging him into there with them.
But it'd be great if you just threw him in and landed in the ship, and then they closed the door.
Very well. The accused are free to go.
Awesome. I demand trial by combat.
Kevin.
Wait.
Kevin.
They said, Oh, so we don't gotta do that anymore?
Nope.
Oh, got it. Never mind. Sorry, never mind.
Sir Cherubert storms out very quickly and in a huff, and then the other knights follow off to the sides at a slower pace. But the crowd starts to disperse, and they're like murmuring discontentedly, like they wanted to see bloodshed. But they begin filing out as well. You are given your supplies once again, and freed from the area and into the main hall where you can meet up with your friends.
Do I see the guard that made the bet with me?
Are you gonna go looking for him? Because it seems like he's very purposely not.
Sherbin, do you have like a divination-y thing that you could use to find that guard?
That's not how this works. At all.
Talk to the
At
warden.
all.
That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
Talk to the warden. Don't they owe us some money?
They definitely do, but that guy obviously skipped out.
Are you going looking for him?
We'll just,
Hey, sir,
I mean,
sir,
I'm not gonna stick around this area, but I'll keep an eye out just in the city in general. Hopefully we
Okay.
run across them.
Sure.
Hey, Sir Turmeric, thank you so much for your help. I very much appreciate it.
Ah, Kevin. It's Sir Emmerich, and you're quite welcome. I will not see a miscarriage of justice in my halls.
Thank you. Yeah, so many rude people around here. We did nothing. We just got here, but hey, you're a good guy. I can tell.
Thank you. I try my best to be. And
Again, I find myself agreeing with Kevin.
that must not be a rare occurrence, little one.
Yes.
Yes.
I step up to Emmerich, and my eyes have gone back to the green. Sir Emmerich, thank you very much for speaking on our behalf.
You're quite welcome, sir. Excuse me, Lord Verderlane.
It's going to take some getting used to.
I'm sorry, Lord. What now?
Professor, what's this title?
Well, a bit of a story that Millie and Deus know about, and Parchifont over here. And,
That was quite exciting.
Well, let's just head back to the inn. Let's go get a drink, and we can have a talk about it.
well,
before-
we don't really need to go back to the inn.
Where else are we supposed to sleep tonight?
Bremendane, if you wouldn't mind leading the way?
Absolutely not.
Before they leave, Sherbin's gonna go up to Emmerich and just tell him that I cannot express how much I appreciate everything that you have done. I'm going to be writing a letter back to Charlian and give a report about what happened to the Gleaners, and I'll be sure to mention just how much you helped us today. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much, Sir Emmerich.
Oh, of course. You're quite welcome, my lady. It would not do to see such fine upstanding people as yourselves be executed for crimes they did not commit, you understand?
I mean, nothing against your justice system here, but it seems a little shaky that the word of one man can cause people to die.
Miss Lamfifi, if I might offer a word of advice, perhaps wait until we are out of earshot to say such things.
Are the other knights still at the...
I don't have to say it. I should hope that people's own observations can lead them to obvious logical conclusions.
For elsewhere?
Right.
Very well. Shall I assume that you are staying at the Verdelane estate?
Yeah. For now, yes. That's
Wait.
where we'll be.
What?
Yeah, Kevin, there's some stuff.
What was that?
I didn't hear what you said.
I said, very well, then I shall know where to reach you.
Excellent. If you need anything of us, please don't hesitate.
As it happens, I may indeed have something for you to do. But we can talk about it anon.
Excellent.
With that, I do have some duties as Lord Commander to attend to, so I shall take my leave. and he bows. Well, Chiffon, always good to see you. And then he walks up the stairs like it's a spirally staircase leading to, you assume, the Lord Commander's chambers. Then you guys begin. You begin walking out of the congregation of our Knights Most Holy when a heavily armored, very tall person whose face is completely obscured, so you have no idea what race they are, walks by you. What? What was
Gilgamesh.
that? Gilgamesh?
Yeah, that's what he said.
It's definitely Gilgamesh. No. He's got like this gravelly voice. He's like, did I just hear the Lord Commander's voice? Alright, well stand aside, I have words for him. And pushes past you and begins walking up.
Whoa. Who you looking for, Sir Turmeric?
I'm not sure who that is.
The Lord Commander, Sir Turmeric.
Sir Amaric.
Yeah, that's what I said. Sir Turmeric, what do you want about him?
I wish to speak with him about matters that are not your concern.
Well, how do you know?
Are you detaining me?
I do not consent. Corpus delicti. You can't do this.
Come on, Kevin.
Yes.
Let's. I
Sorry,
think we've
this
had it.
court got me
I
all
think we've
crazy.
had enough. I think we've had enough court for one day.
I agree.
Is
I
Kevin,
agree.
Is Kevin wearing his helmet?
Is who wearing a helmet?
Oh,
Is
yeah, we
Kevin-
got our stuff back. So yeah.
All right, Sherman's just gonna jump. Sherman's gonna jump up and just grab onto one of his horns and just yank him down and start leading him away.
That was nice meeting you.
I love this dynamic that the two of them have.
Professor or Lord or something, whatever. I think Kevin might have a concussion, so you might want to check him.
We'll handle that when we get back to the manor.
I mean, literally, he egged on a guard and got punched in the face by a gauntlet.
Facts.
Did you just say that tracks? Okay.
All right.
All right. So the heavily armored gentleman continues on his way, paying you no more thought as you leave the congregation of our Knights Most Holy, and begin making your way to the Forgotten Knight.
Who all's in the... So it's us, the steward, Fromendane, Haurchefort, Font.
Haurchefort.
Oh, and we're going to the Verdelay Estates, not the Forgotten Knight.
I thought you were going to Forgotten Knight to pick up stuff.
I thought we got that on the way.
Like, you need to pick up Genbu, for one.
Oh, yeah.
Do we?
Yeah, we forgot some people there.
Gembu's right here, look.
There he is.
With 15 minutes to spare. Yay!
In the chamber.
What was that?
That's all the people in the chamber.
Yeah, there's several people. There's a lot of...
I think we're making our way out.
Yeah, within the chamber, there's knights all over that are just doing various work. There's a clerk sitting at the desk. There's still that armored person walking up the stairs. You see several nobles milling about. So it's not exactly a deserted chamber.
Okay.
Yeah, it is the middle of the day in a place that is quite busy. So.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm
to
gonna
the
go.
night to get our stuff and our people, and then to the estate.
Yeah, I'm then going to turn to Sherbin and I'll say, I'm very sorry that we let you down. We were supposed to protect you, and we failed in that.
No,
Are
DX.
there, when we're
Actually-
walking out, are there any people in stocks?
And say if she's ever back in Idleshire, she can buy a cheeseburger to feel better.
No. First off, DX, I definitely protected her. I mean, when Sherbert came, I came with them, and I do say, DX, hey, you're looking kind of different today. Did you get all dolled up for this court thing?
You notice the fancy dress that I got? Yes.
Oh,
You know,
hey.
this is something that it was a present for Millie and I this morning, and like when we opened it up, we were so excited about it, and we just had to dress up. And then we went and we talked to all these nobles, and we tried to get some favors, but we didn't get all the favors, but we got one of the favors. It was really good. Oh, and you know how you were always telling me you wanted to give me a pearl necklace? Well, Professor gave me one. And I'll
Oh,
show
he gave you a pearl necklace.
Pretty. Look
That
how
sure is
pretty they are.
pretty. I've been always wanting to get you a pearl necklace.
Yeah, I know. You always talk about that, but now it's been done. So
Well,
you don't have to
two,
worry.
you both just look so gorgeous. I will say. I mean, I just can't
wait.
believe it.
Who gave you these presents? Or what?
Well, Professor Verdelane did.
It'll make sense when we get to where we're going.
Oh,
Maybe.
Sid?
On your salary?
It doesn't fully make sense to me yet, but it'll
Man,
make more sense.
I wish Georgina was here to see you two right now. She'd be so smitten.
Oh yeah, she's so nice.
Is Georgina into women now?
No, Georgina's my wife.
I know.
If you were married to him,
Kevin doesn't know what the word smitten means. He thinks it just means that you think you look good. Has nothing to do with love.
Okay. All right. So you begin walking through the streets, at which point Genbu walks up, having rested for about 20 hours at the Forgotten Night, and Inti is doing a handstand on top of Genbu's shoulder, just as Genbu walks.
Oh, hey, brother.
Hey, I've been learning all kinds of new moves to apply to capitalism.
That's great. I just showed the entire government how much their legal system sucks.
What? And I missed it?
Yeah, it looks like it.
And I did a really good job of getting us all out of legal trouble.
I
Oh,
don't believe that.
You're a CEO for a reason.
I did. You know, this stuff that Q, you know, all the people in the Q organization be talking about, I used it all here with sovereign citizen and whatnot. And then the court just kind of listened to me. And before you knew it, we went to the zone of truth and we walked out and we were all safe.
But did you talk to them about critical hit theory?
Critical hit theory? I don't know. No, but we're going to have to talk about this. I feel like I'm going to like it.
He's been here for 5 minutes and you already broke me. Oh. Okay. God damn it. Why is it 1 degree is too cold and I turn it off and it's too hot? Oh, whatever.
So where are we going now? Some estate? Your estate? When did you get an
Yeah.
estate?
Last night.
Where,
Huh?
do I get an estate
Why?
too? Do we all get one?
Is that like any Ellison gets estates or something?
No. Seems that the Verdelay family comes from Ishgard.
Oh, holy shit! They built a statue right there of you. How'd they make one so quick?
Wow, you guys move fast.
I just assume we'd be walking over
Random,
there.
random statues.
Sure.
Oh my
It's like a statue of a turtle.
goodness. It looks just like him, but with a mustache.
And Sherbin, you especially notice this. He has a tremendous bulge in his pants. Not actual Sid, but the statue. Like an embellished bulge.
Why
Why
would
would I
she
notice
especially
this?
notice this?
Just because? Because I like embarrassing you?
That's on brand for Sherwin. That's
I
totally
feel,
on brand.
I feel like Kevin specifically would have noticed that.
Huh. It
Is
looks
this-
like your
is this
ancestor
a
also keeps
decent-
books everywhere, including his
Distant
front pocket.
relative?
The mustache is new.
Wait, how'd they build a
I just
statue
look at
so
Millie.
how'd they build a statue you so quick? I just don't
Sarah's
get
gonna
it.
smile and unstrap the shotgun from her thigh that she snuck into the courtroom.
Let's get in.
How long are her thighs?
It's a sawed-off shotgun. It's not super long.
Misfire. Oh no!
Safety was on until she needed
Let's-
it.
Let's all
I
go
agree.
inside.
Wait, when do we all get statues?
I think you have to be Ellison, Kevin.
Oh,
Also,
oh.
I think that because you talked at the trial, that meant that you're not the strongest one, so you don't get a statue anymore.
No, they said it was fine. But that sucks. I really want... If Sid gets one, I think we all should get a statue, but... Hey, whatever. Show us your estate or whatnot.
motion to the door. Please, go on in.
Wow, if you like stuck like 20 of the houses from Cliffside together, they probably still wouldn't be this big.
Wait. This is yours?
Apparently.
Wait, like the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Yes. Speaking of which, if I may have your leave to do so, Master Verlaine, I will go prepare the rooms for our numerous guests.
Absolutely. And,
Hey, who are you?
This is Fremendane. He's the steward of the house. Fremendane, will there be enough rooms for the rest of the staff?
Of course.
Okay, good.
Wait, what is
wouldn't
Fertile?
I'm afraid that some of your friends may have to double up, if that's all right.
That's even if I have to double up, that's fine.
Oh, not you, of course. It sounds
Call
like...
dibs on the bathroom. I need a bath. I need to wash off the smell of the awful place we were just at.
Based on size, I would assume that this place has at least like 7 bathrooms.
Wait, Sam, why is this guy talking to you like this, whole fancy?
1 bath. 47 rooms, 1 bath.
Kevin,
No,
like
it's the Brady Bunch house. There's no bathroom.
Lord
Kevin,
Hey.
like
Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, like I said before, Kevin, it seems my family was here before coming to Cliffside.
Why leave this for Cliffside? I mean,
I don't.
I mean, I guess.
really.
No, never mind. Ishgar sucks. I get it.
Wait, and why is this guy doing all these things for you again?
He's employed by my family.
Wait, so this whole time you said we couldn't get any slaves, and as soon as we get here, you get your own slave? This is
He's-
ridiculous.
Kevin,
How is
he's
this any fair?
Kevin, he's paid. Kevin.
Oh. Wait, so you don't work for free?
No, I do not.
Oh. And, but you'll do things we ask?
Yes.
Sounds great. Can we get some hamburgers? I'm sure hungry. They didn't serve breakfast in that prison.
Hamburgers. I will ask around and see if it's a recipe that is known. May I have your leave?
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you very much, Fremendane.
He bows and walks away. I must say, the estate looks very good for having remained masterless for so long. But it sounds like you and your friends have quite a bit to discuss, so I will excuse myself. If you need anything from House Votant, you know where to find us. Everyone?
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
I mean, I can't not want to say it. Hey, thank you very much from House Horse. I very much appreciate it. You should stop by sometime. I mean, you sure were nice speaking about us. Love to do you a favor sometime as well.
The pleasure was all mine, Devin. And he walks out.
Yeah.
Hey, that horsecock guy was quite nice.
Oh,
There are worse nicknames.
That's not where I thought he was going with it.
David did say that's what the family looked like.
This is a different family.
I tried so hard not to go there. I just couldn't think of a better name.
I thought you were going to call him Horse Fart. That's
Oh, that's a good one too.
Okay, so Harshaphant leaves, and you're now all together in your manor.
Okay. I'll take Sherbin by the hand and show her where the bathtub is.
Okay.
Millie's dumping off her stuff. She's had to straight back to the manufactory. She had plans and they were rudely interrupted by bullshit.
Okay, so you get changed into
No.
working. You're gonna work in the manufacturing.
Yep.
Fancy dress.
Yep.
I fucking love it. Please, somebody draw that. Please. Okay, so you're doing like girls never go to the bathrooms by themselves, so you're taking Sherbin.
Well, I was just going to show her where it was at. I'll let her go do about her business.
Gotcha.
You know, this is Sherbin time
I thought we
now.
were gonna get a shower.
Sherbin's doing her business, and then Deus is just going on about all the great amenities within the bathroom at the same time.
D feel
Yeah.
for I go to
Pester me out
another
anytime.
bathroom and do the same thing after spending all that time magicking Kevin's bodily fluids.
Oh,
How great must it be, though, to be a Lullafell in a non-Lullafell hotel, because any bed is a king-size bed, any bath is a spa tub.
Forget king size, it's emperor.
Right?
How did she die? She drowned in the bath.
Happy and content.
Sid, you're gonna have to talk me through this one more time. Now,
Mm.
now, something about you having this estate, it's in your family. Your family lived here.
Well, you could see these paintings. They all kind of look like me, and they all do, except all of them have the gold eyes, not the green eyes that I do.
He points to one painting, and it's like very much like Sid with some minor differences, but the smirk and the look on the face is a lot like the painting from Ghostbusters. Why can't I remember the guy's name?
Vigo, the Carpathian.
Vigo the Carpathian, that's the one. So, it's like this.
Wait, how is this older than 400 years? Your family's been in Cliffside, I mean, since then, right?
I still don't know all the details, Kevin, but Fremendane tells me that, and what they said in the courtroom there, that my ancestor left here for some 400 years ago and disappeared in some less than ideal circumstances, I guess.
Why would your great ancestor want to leave all this? I mean, this sure is nice.
Again, what Fremendane tells me was that there was some kind of rumors about him, some other kind of dark arts or something like that, and then he had some kind of malady. I really don't know all the story. This is pretty new to me as well.
Well, that can't be anything about you. I mean, you've dealt with nothing but the good stuff, right?
I don't know anything about any kind of malady in my family. I can't say that I've always dealt with good things, but I don't know what this is all about. This is as surprising to me as it is to any of you.
Based on that sculpture, you are definitely lacking something that your ancestors did.
The mustache.
Well, you know what they say.
Why does Genbu know that?
Well, you said it was noticeable that Sid wasn't packing.
No, I didn't. I didn't say it was notable that Sid wasn't. I just said that the statue definitely was.
Yeah. Genbu's
I'm gonna let Sid decide his endowment himself.
You said
roll for that later.
Sherman noticed the statue. I imagine if the real life thing were there, anyone would notice.
Roll a d8 for dick size.
No, that's rude. Roll a d20 for dick size.
No, that is rude to your partner.
Well, you know what they say, Sid. You know, you don't look a horse that brings gifts in the mouth. And, I think that's how it goes. I mean, hey.
He's gonna try to break a horse foot somehow.
Never look a horse dick in the mouth.
I just say, hey, this is great. We can hang out here until they figured out this dragon thing, and then, live in the life of the royalty. By the way, how do we get clothes like you guys? These fancy things.
I can definitely ask for some to be made for you.
Yeah.
Happy to. I guess, outside of whatever Sir Emmerich has for us, we have nothing but time at the moment.
Sounds good. I just want to make it clear that this doesn't change anything, right? Like, I'm still a leader. You may have this fancy place, but governor gave me the responsibility.
Kevin, I don't know anything about being a noble. This is
I'm
out of my
sure
depth.
that when you relinquished your title as strongest by speaking in the trial, and Sid getting his title, that makes Sid the leader.
Nope. I remember I asked them. It was completely okay to speak. Still the strongest. But remember, I wasn't picked because I was the strongest, even though I was the strongest.
They said it was okay to speak. They didn't say that it didn't make you the strongest anymore.
Well, it doesn't matter because the governor gave me this position. And, Until he says otherwise, I'm still going to be the leader of the group.
You feel a tug at your sleeve, Sid.
Begging your pardon, Master Alcido. Did I hear that somebody needs garments made?
And it's this dowdy-looking Elysian woman, very short, kind of hunched over.
Yes, my friend Kevin here would like some clothes made.
Right, but kind of like that Sir Turmeric guy, I liked what his threads were.
Sir Emmer has wonderful fashion sense.
Right, yeah, like that guy.
So it's a guy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Not like that girl.
No.
Oh, that guy.
I'll trust your judgment for whatever you think would work for a Lady Lala.
Yes, I will dress you in the highest fashion of Ishgard.
300 years ago.
Nope, everything's been current.
And what's your name?
My
Sorry.
name?
Yeah, your name. You know, my name's Kevin Twain.
My name is Misery.
Oh, Misery. Yeah, I don't think it's that bad of a name. You can still tell me.
Misery.
Misery.
No,
Got it.
with an N. With an N, Kevin.
I heard. That's what I'm saying. Misery. Well, thank you very much, Miss Misery.
Thank you.
I'll get right to work on your garments.
And then I take out a gold coin. Is the gold coin? And I give it to her. I don't know how much does it take to make garments. Yeah.
And
you want to tip us, but we are under the employ of the.
I stand behind Kevin and just kind of give up.
But what's a tip?
Okay.
Oh, okay. So I would say leave a little room for growth because I've been eating, and so my belly might be a little bit bigger. So I think that's a good tip for clothing.
Did you draw that, Poe?
No. I edited a couple of different.
That's
I edited
awesome.
one.
Have you been doing that like since I told you to come up with a crest?
Didn't take very long.
I was waiting for Kevin just the tip joke.
Well done. Please post that in the group chat or in the group page.
Will do.
Okay, so great. She slinks off, or not slinks off, but she scurries
She
off.
slinks away.
I gave her my gold, so I'm subtracting it.
Okay. Yeah. She took it and she basically walked away before you could change your mind. All right. So what is everybody doing? It's afternoon in Ishgard. It's a
It's
chilly
time
day.
for afternoon delight.
Afternoon delight.
Millie's gonna hunt down other Sid and show him the new olith that Deus and Millie made.
Sure. You showed it to Alcido, but you haven't given it to him yet. Right?
I gave it to him, borrowed it
Okay.
to go to show other Sid.
Gotcha. All right. So
And work on other stuff at the forge.
first door on the right. What was I saying?
New
So
olith.
you go
Yeah.
to find Sid at the forge.
Yeah, because he wasn't there last time.
As you walk in, there's people like, yeah, so I was really expecting bloodshed, but it's like they got out just by speaking? That's so weird. And then they see you come in and they just stop talking.
That's all the forge workers.
Yeah, people. What was that?
So they zip their lips.
More or less. So you just go upstairs looking for Sid?
Yep.
Like, just straight upstairs. And Sid's up there, you just hear this heavy hammering from up there. And you
On his model airship?
Yes, smashed it to pieces. You hear heavy hammering and you just hear, blasted thing! Garland garbage! And then you're just like smashing things with the hammer as you come up there and you see he's like pounding away on some kind of panel. Does not hear you come up.
Back to me or facing but
It's
looking
back
down?
to you.
She's gonna observe what he's doing for a bit, see what he's working on, if it's interesting or not.
It looks to be like the side panel of some kind of conveyance device.
Is a little airship floating around somewhere? Or the one that he made the other day?
It's flying around the entire upstairs.
How big is it? Does it look like
to steal it?
Not quite. Does it look like it has a route?
A route?
Like it's following a set path, doing loops or something?
Oh yeah, it's literally just doing circles around the upper floor.
Cool. As it makes a pass, she's gonna hang Mr. Bucket from it with the Neolith in it until it floats in front of Sid.
it stutters a bit, but it picks it up, and then it just kind of floats around, and Sid still does not recognize it for a good couple minutes and keeps hammering, and then, wait a second.
With Mr. Smiley's face, or Mr. Bucket's face just awkwardly.
So he's following it as it goes around, and eventually turns around and sees you standing there. Is that your handiwork?
Then just gestures back towards downstairs, like to friend 2.
What are you? That's not exactly the clothing I would be doing work in. Oh. Hopefully only good things came about. Alright, show me what you got.
She'll pull out the Neolith and then
oh my. And
float it with a little bit of her ether like it did before.
He just grabs it out of the air and begins, examining it. Very finely crafted here. Ooh, I like the filigree that you put into this. Does it work? Have you tested it?
Kinda.
He points it at his face, like the part that shoots out the laser. He's just kind of looking at it, and then he turns it away. He's like, "Are you certain it works?" Boom! And shoots something into the wall. It works. Very well. Well done. Can I keep these?
I'd be banished from House Vertile.
That's a pity. I'd very much like to see your schematics.
That's not how you spell words.
Words are hard. Oh, what are we trading?
There any armaments in the room? Or schematics, model designs, anything weaponry related?
All of the schematics are essentially kept in the lock and key. They're not left out unless somebody's working on it.
Okay.
In terms of weapons, you don't see anything up here that isn't being worked on or in some state of disrepair.
Okay. She will pull out the Garlean bullet that she dug out of the tree when we first met Julius and crew, and they refused to show me how their tech worked. And so she'll set that down.
That's a Galleon bullet. I know a thing or two about working with Galleon technology. However, I'm afraid I can't help you there.
Okay, she'll swap out the bullet and pull out the zombie bone ball.
What is this? I don't know if you got that part in the walkthrough or not. It's literally the compressed bone mass of the undead Sir. Oh my god, I'm forgetting his name all of a sudden.
Uhelmeric,
thank you. That was when they were in the Dusk Vigil, so you saw by the time they passed that. I thought you did. That was like 3 episodes ago.
It was more than that, I think.
Yeah, compressed undead. I don't know what a Uhelmeric is, but I'm intrigued. What do you want to do with this compressed undead thing?
And she'll pull out Infantia and set it on the table.
Infantia, is that what you named it?
Mm-hmm. Because it means inability to speak. For her, no, that's her shotgun's name.
Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure how much you'll be able to reuse it. Just given the velocity at which you'll be traveling from your firearm, if it strikes something hard enough, it'll smash into bone chips. Easy.
And she'll take a knife to it and show that it resisted all attempts to damage it when
Well, that's
she
quite
tested that
interesting.
before.
I'll have to do some tests, but color me intrigued. You want some help modifying your weapon to shoot this? You might need to add a new barrel. Definitely a new firing pin.
Billy was going to pull out drawings she had of an undermounted barrel, because that was the exact... Well, no, the undermounted barrel is exactly the line of thought that we were thinking of ahead of time specifically for this round.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like those guns that have the grenade launcher.
Exactly that. That's 100% what we were thinking of. So it's the one-time undermounted grenade launcher.
Cool. I think I could work with this. And you'll make me a set of new lids in exchange.
She'll hold up fingers like 1, 2, 3.
Well, you need 4 of them to work properly. Alright, you have a deal. And he puts out his hand, shakes it with you.
Yep.
Yes. Pity about the Garlean technology. It is fun to work with. Infanticide is better than Garleans. I'm not sure if I'd go that far. Oh, the name of your gun.
Just points at the inscription on the side of the...
Ah, I see. Good name. All right. I'm a bit busy today, but perhaps we get started on the morrow.
She'll put the ball down, just leave it over her.
Sure. Yes, inspiration.
Cool. And then she'll recollect Mr. Bucket and run back down and start manufacturing a bunch of light pistols.
Light pistols?
Yeah, it's the lowest category of firearm.
Yeah, it's the gun that came with the NES.
Love that thing.
They actually were called light pistols, I think.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I love the click.
Duck Hunt was great.
That fucking dog.
Sorry. Okay, so that's settled. Back to everybody else at the manor.
How many? How many would Deus want?
Just one.
Oh, okay.
I'll say it takes you 6 hours to make however many you're making.
Yeah, because they're only 50 gold, so 25 gold.
Sure.
For that.
You're making 5 of them?
I was gonna make...
Oh, man,
yes.
I thought you said 5 gold.
Yeah, you're making light pistols, not the palm
Palm pistol, sorry, that's what I meant.
Palm
The
pistols.
palm pistol is a light weapon.
Right,
That's
so
what
no
I meant.
gun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sadly, no. But yes, I'm making 5 of them.
Okay.
And the specific reason she wore the dress is because as she makes them, she can test where the best hiding spots are in the dress.
Your dress is also getting fucked up with all the soot and
Shit was free.
Yeah. But shit, it was 99 cents. Okay, back in the manor.
I guess by this time I'm brushing out Sherman's hair.
Okay, are you breaking it too?
Sure, if she wants to.
What do you
Sherman,
do?
want to- Is Deus braiding your hair?
Sure, why not? Bonding time.
Okay. Fifi, you found a bath on the 2nd floor that was just heavenly, and it had like some kind of some kind of oil that you pour into it that makes it smell like flowers.
Okay, just chilling.
Okay.
I guess I have a book if I'm assuming Sid's manor had a book library
Yeah.
or something. I
He-
grabbed a book
he
and
has-
took it in there to read.
He has actually a fairly well-stocked library. It's not nearly as big as the Astrolochicum, and certainly not the Vault, but it's a good-sized library, and a lot of old books.
Okay.
It doesn't
I
look
looked-
like it's dated in some time.
I tried to grab something mystical, magic, something, if I could find anything. Otherwise,
you-
something about law.
You find a
a book titled Creating Sparks That Burst into Flame. And it sounds like a really interesting magic book to you.
So
After you
I'll read
start
it.
reading it while you're in the bath, you realize it's a trashy romance novel.
Yep.
What is this?
How do I master this magic?
Kevin doing anything? Genbu?
Kenbu?
I'm just kind of touring the manor, trying to figure out what's around. I'm going to every room, just seeing what.
Sure. You find one of the rooms downstairs is essentially set up as a training facility. It's got several dummies set up for practice on, and you see like a lot of old dull weapons on the wall, all kinds that look like they are ready to be practiced with.
Sweet. I'll not use any of those weapons, but practice with my own sword.
Okay. Sure. You completely cut one of the training dummies in half.
I put it in the corner and just kind of walk out the room like nothing happened.
Okay. There's a reason the weapons are dull. Okay. Genbu, anything that you'd like to do in your friend's mansion?
I'm gonna eat all his food.
And there's plenty of it. Well prepared, in fact. It looks like somebody had been cooking in preparation for you guys to return. There's a veritable feast waiting in the kitchen.
Give that
Not
person
anymore.
faith in us.
After Deus braids Sherbin's hair, she's going to make good on writing that report and sending it to the Gleaners as soon as possible.
Are you going to like trash Ishgard in it as much as possible?
Absolutely. She's just going to tell the truth. Is what she's going to do.
Okay, just curious. Sounds good. Anybody else doing anything tonight?
Did change back into his traveling my traveling clothes, not the fancy stuff, and look for any books about the family and try to match names and stuff to the portraits and that kind of thing. Try to get some.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me a little bit of time to make all that shit up, okay? Give me like a week.
Need a loading screen?
Yeah. Wait.
That's what he would do.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm going to draw an approximation of a lizard on the book and then go deposit it somewhere near Kevin's room and then go back to the library and actually kind of peek in the covers and find something that's more interesting.
Fool's errand. Kevin would never open up the book.
On the cover. Oh. Okay, you go back to the library and you find a book that's talking about the mystical arts and creating magic with your bare hands. And when you open it, it's a book about becoming an astrologian.
Leave that one and keep looking.
Pottery.
It's a book about pottery. Yeah. All right, you do find a book. It's talking about... Actually, do an investigation check. What I know.
The pose of the joy of painting.
The joy of painting.
Natural 20 plus.
Holy shit.
7. 8.
Plus 7, yeah.
Yes, I did approve those.
Awesome. Well, they come for the
All
cost,
right.
as the book doesn't say.
You look for something that's really interesting, and you come across a book that's called The Power Inside. What?
Open it.
Sounds like a self-help book.
Tony Robbins inside for the rest of development.
Oh my god, that's what David Cross was reading, right? Oh my god. I'm a never nude. No.
I kind of open it quickly, like I'm tearing off a Band-Aid kind of thing to make sure, in case it's crap again.
Okay, it was actually the dust cover that was on it was for a different book. When you open it up, you find out it's the Art of Zen and Motorcycle Maintenance. No, I'm just kidding. When you briefly look through it, you're just scanning its contents.
does indeed seem to be a book about magic. In this case, it has to do with binding a demonic entity within oneself.
Alright, I'll skim through it.
Okay. That's good.
By reading this book, you consent to be possessed.
See if I can figure out how to bind a demonic entity inside somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Kevin, read this.
All right. Anyone else?
Wanted to count out the satchel of money.
10 minutes or less. Yes, the satchel that was given to you by Count Fortin is 600 gold pieces.
Cool.
Sherman, because she doesn't want to wander out by herself, she's going to ask one of the servants to deliver her letter to one of the male Mughals.
Absolutely, mistress. And they bow to you and take the letter and leave. And they go to find a delivery Mughal. Which you guys haven't come across yet, have you?
Nope.
Okay.
We were noticeably saddened at the lack of in-Mughals.
Right. Yes, not in this world. They're not going to be just spinning around the entire time. It was so mesmerizing, I swear. I can't tell you how long I just stared at it spinning around. Yeah. All right. Final Fantasy XI. Not sure if you ever played anything like that, but did you play any Final Fantasy
No
games?
Final Fantasy.
Do you know what a Moogle is?
I do not.
Well,
There's a
there you go.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, they're very cute.
Like floating cat bat people with little
palm
and
on
that's attached to them. That's not a balloon.
Okay, into it.
Yeah, they're very cute, and they make little squeaking sounds that come out as Kupo. All right, so anything else for the day?
Once Millie's done, she's gonna come back with a noticeably soot-stained fancy dress, go check your dancer's outfit, and give it over to the person to attempt to clean.
They look horrified when you hand them the dress. You sure you don't want just a new dress? I'll do that. And? And she looks like she's about to cry.
So she's gonna make eye contact. She's gonna and point at her tail and just point at the hole in the dress that she had to make for the tail.
Oh.
And then she'll
I'll see
toss
what
her
I can
a,
do. She wipes away.
she'll toss her a few gil in apology.
She's eyes just go wide, mouth hits the floor. She grabs it. Thank you so much, mistress. Thank you. And fucks off.
And then is everybody else like in the generally same area or?
Tell me. I'm not killing anybody in this house yet.
Alright, she's gonna go find Sid, wherever Sid's at. The light
Sid?
study or
Where the portraits are.
They're all over the house.
All right, so he's basically wandering with a
Okay.
big book or whatever, and kind of.
Sure. You find Sid in one of the halls on the 4th floor.
Cool.
It seems like a lot of the more esoteric paintings were stored up on the 4th floor rather than on the lower floors.
We get weird up here.
Yeah.
She's gonna find. Let's find the sternest looking painting. Give it a chalk mustache, regardless of gender, and then go give the giant satchel of money to Sid and walk away.
Alright, you find a painting of a woman that is just straight up frowning as if she hates the fact that her portrait's being painted. And she's got red eyes in the portrait for some reason. You draw a purple mustache on her. Or was it pink? Sorry.
It was purple this time.
Okay.
Pink on the outside statue.
Alright.
And then I just give him a big bag of money and start to walk off.
Okay. Should I be concerned about how you got this?
She just holds that up over her head backwards as she's walking away.
I'll take that as a victory.
And she goes and gives Deus the gun she made.
Oh, thank you, Millie. I always wanted a compact pistol like this.
And Millie just like holds up like the sundial merchant from Hercules, just gun.
Hey, Sid, did you know you got a training room down there?
No, but now I do.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, outside of one of the things being broken and cut up, I mean, everything else looks pretty good.
I mean, I'm sure that can be fixed if we need it to be.
Yeah. I say if there's anyone that wants to fight or get better with their skills with the sword or bow or, weapons fighting, that's a good place to go train.
That sounds like a great idea, Kevin.
Sure is a nice dig you got here, man.
It's definitely interesting. It's something I'm finding hard to get used to this quickly.
How much gold does a place like this cost? Like 100?
I don't really know. I mean, I assume it's been within the family for quite some time. I'm told that there's a treasury downstairs. I haven't checked it out yet, though.
Treasury.
Genbu perks up and goes downstairs.
What's a treasury?
What's a treasury? It's where where valuables are kept.
So you mean a fallout shelter?
Well, no.
Yeah.
No,
Panic room.
No, I think more along the lines of. I think more along the lines of I guess in this world, gil and things that are precious that are valued here.
As you're having this conversation, it's about evening time. You hear a loud knocking at the door, to which Fremendane goes to open it and greet whoever it is. And he escorts them inside and says, Master Sid, you have guests.
Oh, sure. So I'll come down from the fourth floor as quickly as I can.
Is anybody else coming, or just Sid?
I'm coming with Sid.
How audible was the knocking? Like super loud?
I mean, it wasn't like obscene, but it was loud enough to be heard. They don't have doorbells, so.
Does can the door be seen from other floors? Like, is there like a?
Yes.
Okay, then Millie will spy from the railing.
Okay. As you come downstairs, and those who are watching, you see that Sir Emmerich is there, standing with that knight that was wearing the heavy armor that you saw earlier. The knight, the armor is all black with blue trim, and he's got a very long spear attached to his back.
She was upstairs, she's just gonna come sliding down the banister and just be like,
Oh, that was very graceful, Mr. Shervin.
nice to see you, Sir Emmerich. Who's your friend?
Oh, well, somebody who's hopefully coming with us on that mission that I mentioned for you. I think I have some work for all of you. Maybe something that will even get me some scars this time. And then the man in the armor just says, you'll find some way to brag about it regardless.
Oh, the fellow sovereign citizen guy. Hey, I remember you.
Well, don't be rude. Take off your helmet and introduce yourself. And he removes his helmet, revealing an Elysian man with long, silvered hair, more or less. It's more gray than silver, actually, darker gray. He says, Estinian Valino, the Azure Dragoon.
Pleasure.
We'll stop. That's what we'll pick up next time.
Bobby Lagoon? What
was that?
Bibbidi Bobby Lagoon?
Bibbidi Bobby Lagoon. You got it.
The Ellison from the Black Lagoon.
He said Estinian Valino, the Azure Dragoon. And that's where we're stopping for tonight, everybody.
Var or Val?
Varlineau. Varlineau.
Wow, we accomplished a lot.
And them and their spelling.
You guys did a whole lot today. We also got almost a full 4 hours of playtime in. Just FYI.
I was really looking forward to, but kind of glad we didn't fight.
Wait, what? You're glad that we didn't fight? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was looking forward to it, but I like getting out of fights, even though my character loves to fight.
Oh, yeah. However you guys want to solve the situation, I'm not going to force you, I'm not going to railroad you into any one thing. So however you guys do it, that's up to you. You happen to be convincing enough to talk your way out of it.
Nice.
And have friends in high places.
I mean, Kevin is pretty impressed with all the talking he did.
Yeah.
Kevin
should
does
get a-
talk a lot.
Phoebe wanted to fight, but
Phoebe
she
should get the
wanted to
Esquire
break their
title.
logic even more.
What was that? What'd you say, Jess?
I think Fifi should get the Esquire title as a hidden achievement.
Fifi is house consigliere.
Nice. Okay, well, we'll pick up next week. We got to shut everything down now because my sister's going to bed. So.
All right, guys.
Everyone.
Good night.
Hello.
Bye.